thing, want you to see all of the lights. Fast cars, shooting stars, all of the lights, all of the lights. Until it's safe exactly where we are. All of the lights. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life.
Hello, Cardinal fans. I'm Jared Morrison. I'm joined here by head coach Mike Adams. Coach Adams came off first week of conference play last week against Little Rock Christian. It was a tough game for the Cardinals, but still showed some very positive things. Tell us a little bit about that game.
Well, it was a tough ball game. They're a very talented team, one of the most talented I've played since I've been at Farmington, maybe the most talented. They've got a great group of skilled kids. They've got great linebackers. They've got a force up front on defense, and then the thing I hope we take from this game is some confidence, because for 22 minutes first quarter and 10 minutes of the first half, we played right there with them. We were toe to toe. We moved the ball efficiently. We did a good job offensively. Defensively, they scored, but we made them work for it. And we played against a really good football team and did some good things. But in the end, in the second half, we made a lot of mistakes that hurt ourselves, and you can't do that against a team like that. We had 2 turnovers. We had I think a 4th and 2 on their end of the field, and had an offsides penalty that backed us up, and we ended up having to punt. And things like that, just you can't afford them against a great team. And they got rolling in the second half, had a couple of big explosive plays, and things got out of hand on them.
Now you look at the first quarter and part of the second quarter there, and how we were able to move the ball, and we were kind of able to match them offensively. What does that tell us about kind of us offensively against such a good linebacker core and such a good defensive front?
Well, it's the first time we've had our offensive line together since the second week of practice. So we showed some improvement there. That's obvious. Justice Hobbs ran the ball well. And we should have confidence that we can move the football on about anybody we play, because they're a really good defensive team. We got still some miles to cover as far as cleaning up some of the execution. We still had a couple of these pre-snap penalties that hurt at drives, but we should be encouraged offensively, because Bryce threw the ball great first half. I mean, we got behind him a couple of times. We fooled him with some play action, and looked like a really good offensive team for 2 quarters.
Now that you've got to watch the film and you've got to kind of grade our linemen, how much did it help having Seth Troilo back at center and being able to move Matt Duffy back over to his natural position at guard?
Well, it's a big difference. Offensive line, as being an offensive lineman, it's all that continuity. You got to trust the guy next to you, and you got to know how he's going to react on certain situations. And we're still not there yet. Seth's still playing his way back into shape, but we're getting a lot closer.
So looking ahead here in just a few hours, Greenbrier is going to be rolling into town. Tell us a little bit about this Greenbrier team that we're going to face.
Well, if you've ever watched the Pittsburgh Steelers and watched Ben Roethlisberger, then you're going to kind of have an idea what their quarterback looks like. He's 6'4", 240, and can throw it a mile. I mean, he's got a great arm. He'll be running sideways to the sideline and jump up off 1 foot and throw it 55 yards, and throw it with some accuracy. So that's going to be a big challenge. Last week we got some people. Walker Davis went down early in the ball game. Trent Christian went down. So we're playing against a great offensive team with 3 sophomores back there in the secondary. That's not a real good situation, but those guys gained some valuable experience, and hopefully that'll carry over, because they're going to have to play again this week. So hopefully that experience from last week will pay off this week.
So looking at them defensively, does it look like it's a team that we're going to be able to have some success with when we're on offense?
Well, they're Coach Tribble, their head coach, was the head coach and was a secondary coach at Harding University for about 25 years before he went to Greenbrier. And they do a great job with their secondary. They play every coverage known to man, and they do great. They look the same on it, but pre-snap every play. They're in a 4-shell look, but they're going to roll to 5 or 6 different coverages. They do a great job of disguising it. So it's going to be a lot of our success is going to depend on Bryce Waggle, knowing what he's seeing and knowing how to react to it.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you very much for taking some time out. It's a Friday morning. I know it's busy. You're getting ready for game, but I appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ben Hadley here with senior Charlie Wood. So, Charlie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. So, how do you think we did last week?
You know, we played really good the first half. We were playing with one of the best teams in the state, but after halftime, we didn't come out too strong.
All right, and how do you think we've come back from all of the injuries that we've had?
You know, I think we've been doing really good. Like with Chorlo coming back, our offensive line did a lot better. Our run game was pretty strong last week. Yeah.
How do you think we'll do this week?
You know, I think we're actually going to do pretty good. All we got to do, we've really got to stop their passing.
All right, and run game, we going to stop that too?
Yes, sir.
All righty, sounds good. Back to the broadcast.
Hey, guy.
Hey, Mom.
Starving. Chips. Hey, thanks. Oh, we're starving.
What else do we got here?
Crackers. Yo.
Oh, I'm starving.
Oh, yeah, cookies.
And the constant snacking with Tyson Anytizer's boneless buffalo bites. Made with all white meat, they're the warm, protein-packed way to hold them over until dinner time.
These are awesome.
Also available in these delicious varieties.
Thanks, Mom.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
I love the app.
I use it to deposit checks,
Snap the pictures, enter a few things.
and then you just deposit.
It's that easy?
It's that easy?
It's so easy to use, my dad can do it.
What's the most unusual place you've used the mobile app?
On top of a mountain in a snow cave in Vail, Colorado.
While I was waiting in the drive-thru.
The deer woods.
Church.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
Hello, Cardinal fans. I want to welcome everybody to a beautiful Friday night here at Al Holland Field. Another good Friday night football where the Farmington Cardinals take on the folks from Greenbrier. I'm Jeff Oxford. I'm joined here by these two misfits.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
You know,
Misfits, delinquents, whatever you want to call them.
all that stuff. All that stuff. You know, I always say All-American scat back, Hall of Fame Pee Wee coach, former world's greatest offensive lineman, Coach Jared Morrison.
Why am I former greatest offense? Why am I not current world's greatest offensive
I'll tell you
lineman?
what I'm going to do. I'm going to call Dan Skipper. I'm going to get him down here. And after you and Dan Skipper spend about 2 minutes out there on the field, you'll come back up here and say, boy, it's nice being the former best offensive
Do I get
lineman.
to put pads on?
Yes.
Well, it'd be worth it.
You need to put more than pads. You need to put bubble wrap on. And before you get on the field, we need to go ahead. Here, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and call 911 right now.
Just have them. Well, no, they're not here. I was going to say
Yeah.
maybe the ambulance is here.
Because
but
I'm
it's-
telling you, dude, response time for you is going to be critical on this
yeah,
deal.
Yeah. I respect Dan Skipper, but I think I could take him.
You could not.
You don't think so?
The only way you could take him is if you're a taxi driver and he needs to go somewhere.
Well, I'm an Uber driver, so I could take him somewhere.
We can't have Uber.
Oh,
Or
why
if he
not?
had the taxi and he was to use that against him, he was in the taxi. Taxi versus Dan Skipper.
No, it wouldn't work out. It wouldn't work out.
Dan Skipper.
Dan Skipper would chase the taxi down and flip it.
Probably.
Like it was a tire, like it was a tractor tire.
Yeah.
He's a pretty big guy.
You know, you should have seen the coach in action last Saturday. He had his Pee Wee football squad hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, we scored more points last week than we did of all last season.
Coach, I watched it.
Were you here?
Yeah, I watched it. It was on the FSPN network.
Oh, of course it was.
There you go.
Farmington Sport Network.
Two.
And I got to say, Coach, it's impressive.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We moved the ball well.
Hey, we come back from opening up conference play last week, and we talked about it in the first 3 weeks that, you know, that first game of conference, boys, that's going to be tough.
And, yeah, it was.
And let me say, we walked away thoroughly impressed with especially the running back that Little Rock Christian had.
Yeah, Demaria Crockett was definitely something to see. He could move, he could run. They blocked well for him. They had some great defensive players well across the front. You know, they got a Division I offense or defensive lineman. They got some linebackers who are probably going to go play ball, maybe not Division I, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. It was just a team stacked full of talent. And I was really proud of how the Cardinals played with them the first half. Now, the second half, we weren't the same team as we were the first half, but we really came out and played well. Went score for score with them there for a while, and I think maybe scared them a little bit. And at halftime, they realized, hey, we kind of took these guys for granted.
Yeah, 21-20 game at halftime, and Coach, you got to admit, I stayed home last week.
Mm-hmm.
First time, I don't know how long.
How'd it feel?
Kind of missed it.
Yeah.
But after the game was over and y'all said good night, I took that literally.
Yeah, you went to bed.
I did.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, we were packing up.
I didn't get on a bus and drive 3.5 hours home. Mm-hmm. And I kind of enjoyed that part.
Now, the nice thing about this trip was that we got to ride the charter buses, and so I didn't have to drive, so that was nice.
Hey, that's a plus because I rode with you.
Yeah, that's a plus for everybody involved.
You're not a good driver.
Well, I get us there. Have we ever died?
We've come close three times.
Close doesn't count.
No, it does count.
No, not in car accidents.
Okay, next time you pull out in front of people coming from your side.
Okay, well, no, I don't do that. I only pull out in front of people when I'm turning left.
I know it. I'm looking at bumpers of like dump trucks. It's not good.
So he could have used the taxi driver on the way home.
Yeah. That's a good point.
We had a nice charter taxi driver on the way back. Okay. We go into Greenbrier, or Greenbrier comes here to us. It's tough on a loss like that, but like you said, lots of talent. They're highly ranked in 5A. What do you tell you guys? If you're the coach, what do you tell your kids after that second half, especially, to get them ready for their second game in conference play?
I think the first thing you tell them is, hey, we're not going to see talent like that the rest of the conference season. I mean, that's the most talented team that you will see this whole year unless we make it maybe play them again in the playoffs, or unless we play maybe Pulaski Academy in the playoffs. So you tell them that, hey, that's a very talented team, best we're going to see, and you are good enough to hang with them for a half and to score on them and to hold them and, force them to punt, force some turnovers. And so we're a team that has some potential. We've just got to play a full game. And, really, if you look at all of our games so far, I can't say that we've played a full game.
Well, you're just a little more philosophical than I am. I'm going to tell them, say, boys, we're going to halftime down 21-20. We played a great first half. We come out second half, we got the ball. I think we got a penalty on us. Mm-hmm. And then you look, they got the ball, and all of a sudden the breaks that we got in the first half started going against us. One time they break it down the sidelines. The guy steps out of bounds at about the 33, 34-yard line. But they mark him down way on down there. Mm-hmm.
There's
several times, where the guy gets to the corner, our guy would go to turn to catch him, but he can't turn because they got a hold of him.
That's exactly right.
So
yes.
The way I tell them is, boys, y'all just took one of the best 5A teams in the state for the first half, and you took them to the woodshed.
Yeah.
Second half come out, they had to do little things a little shady under the table to get ahead of you. Mm-hmm. So you build on that, and you tell the guys that you keep fighting, you play like you did that first half, and we're going to be okay.
Yeah. I think coming into tonight, we're going to see a team that has some talent, but nothing like what we saw last week. In fact, if you want to look at who we're going to see this week, number 10 is going to be the one you're going to see a lot. That's their senior quarterback. His name is
Harold Ross.
Harold Ross. And so let me go back to that. Harold Ross is their senior quarterback. He's listed as number 9 on the roster, but he's actually number 10. And he is the one that Coach Adams was talking about in the interview just a little bit ago. He is their Ben Roethlisberger. He is a big guy, big body, big thick legs, big trunks on him. And he is going to run the football, but he's also going to lob it down the field. He can run to the sideline and throw off one foot and throw it 60 yards with accuracy. He's got some talent. And so he's one we're really going to see. He likes to throw it to number 31, their junior wide receiver, Brandon Thomas. On the defensive side of the ball, they have their linebacker, number 15, Sam McNabb. He's probably one of the most athletic players on the team. He's going to be in on a lot of tackles. We're going to have to make sure we focus on blocking him. And then their free safety, Grant Brown. Coach Adams talked about that they have a really, really complex secondary, and that Grant Brown is a sophomore, so that's impressive that he's out there, and he's one of the leaders on that secondary. And they're going to show a lot of different coverages, but they never show it pre-snap. All their coverages develop as they roll into it as the play develops.
Coach, we go to Greenbrier last year, and we watch that quarterback. And let me tell you, I know Coach Adams said, he's like Big Ben. I'll tell you who he reminds me of. Now, I'm not saying he's this player, but the mentality and the style he plays, He reminds me a lot of Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow run the ball, lower his shoulder, and going to run over you.
Yep.
Tim Tebow every once in a while could throw a pass that was pretty sweet. That's this guy. This guy is a fullback playing quarterback.
Yep.
6'3", 225.
Yeah,
And,
he's a big, and 225, that's a lie.
That's a lot.
If he's 225, like you said, I'm about 215.
Well, you look out there, hey man, and you know, hey, I'm a little bit on the upper side of the 300, but if he's 225, I'm 260. I guarantee you that.
He's definitely. I would say he's pushing 250.
Yeah.
You know, got some
Hey, the
interesting.
band's getting ready to do the national anthem. Why don't we take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
If you would like to advertise during this broadcast, please contact our athletic director, Brad Blue,
at 479-266-1806.
Go Cards!
What sets us apart is our attention to detail. We have a 100% satisfaction guarantee warranty. If you're not happy in any way, we'll make it right. We have what we call a safety seal. We wear it on our shirts. All of our technicians are drug tested. All of them go through a background check. As a father of four, I would feel 100% safe with the guys that I hire in my home.
Buzz Electrical Services. You'll be buzzing about our services.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett. People sometimes ask why we don't talk about price in our commercials. Well, it's simple. Giving you a low price is the easy part. At Everett, we work to go far beyond that with a buying experience you won't find anywhere else. Our goal is to make sure our customers want to come back again and again because they were treated better in every way, including the price. Family owned, customer friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC. In Arkansas, over 600 cars a day illegally pass a school bus, putting lives at risk. So Everett is joining with area schools to promote the Flashing Red Kids Ahead School Bus Safety Program. Always stop when you see the flashing red lights of a school bus. Children's lives depend on it. And report drivers to the police if they don't stop. School bus safety is everyone's responsibility. Remember, flashing red, kids ahead.
And we're back. You know, Coach, he'd mentioned that the quarterback for Greenbrier reminds him of Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Lowering the head, taking hits. You know, I think our quarterback reminds me a little bit of Tom Brady. He will drop a dime on a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's not done too bad on his legs. He's made some good runs. I got some
But
interesting.
he's smart about it.
He is. He knows when to run.
That's right.
Fairly well coached, I think, at home and on the sidelines. Some interesting stats here as far as comparison goes. You know, the rushing game, we talked about their quarterback. The rushing game, they've averaged 41.3 yards with their Cody Harper compared to Justice Hobbs at 84.3 yards per game. I'd say those are pretty impressive rushing stats in our favor. The passing yards, Bryce Waggle is going to be about 154 yards per game versus their Harold Ross at 278.3 yards per game. So he can run, he can pass a little bit. We talked about their Sam McNabb. Well, you know, we've got Skylar Montez. Is he back, by the way?
No, Skylar.
He is not.
We'll talk about that in injury report here in a little bit. But no, Skylar Montez is still out. Hopefully, we'll have him soon.
Yes, and you know, Sam McNabb averaged 9.5 tackles per game. Our Skylar, when he was in, 10.5. Sacks per game. Dylan Little's averaging 1.0 sacks per game, as opposed to their Connor McGuire at 0.5.
Well, after you read all them numbers, I say Cardinals by 2 touchdowns.
I agree. I like that. That's what the numbers was able to get you to such that quick prediction.
Well, you know, we were talking about an injury report. We do have the main one that we have that's out is Skylar Montez. He's still having some health issues, but they think that they've got him resolved, and hopefully we can get him back here pretty quick. Walker Davis he's practiced this week, but he's been really limited. They're just going to play him on defense. They're not going to play him on offense like they normally do. And so we're going to list him as limited, but he's playing. And so we're happy to have him back.
That's all we need.
That's all we need.
That's it.
That's it.
We got 9 minutes before kickoff. First home conference game of the year. You're 0-1 in the conference. And, you know, Greenbrier. One thing I've noticed about this league is this league is pretty much high octane. You know, they're going to hurry up, get and go. And, Coach,
yep.
I know you hadn't forgot this because we were mad for like 6 weeks. This team runs offense so fast, they got like 4 plays off.
Oh,
in
I remember
like
that.
9 seconds before halftime last year. It was kind of the turning point of the whole game.
Yeah,
What
it
would Brett
was-
Bielema say about an offense like that?
Well, he would not like it. And part of that was not really the offense as much as it was the clock operators.
Coach, I'm not saying that.
I am.
I'm not saying that. It's quite possible that you can get 4 plays off in 9 seconds.
I've never seen it. I don't know.
Xbox, baby, Xbox.
Yeah, that's right. You pause it.
Yep.
You know, you look at the teams that they've faced coming in here. You know, they have a loss against Beebe that they lost at Beebe, 27-41. They go back and then they win their home opener against Heber Springs, 49-14. Then they go and they lose at home to Benton. It's another 7A. And then they win at Morrilton. Kind of similar as far as our out of conference schedule, where we played 4A team and won. We lose to 7A Van Buren. Then we take a little bit of a thumping at Little Rock, and now we're back here. It looks like a pretty even match. I like the home advantage. I like Oxford's 2-touchdown game winner prediction.
You know, we've been testing. We had a sideline camera going.
Yeah.
And it's off and on. You know, what's weird is we test it during the day.
Yeah.
We come up here, we set everything up, we run it, and it works perfectly.
Can I ask you who's running that camera?
Well, that's right. It's Kale Petrie, so
Well,
that's probably.
there we go. Well, there we go.
But we do have audio, so we can do Will the Weatherman interview.
We can?
Yes, we can, if we can get them to turn around and look at us. But, you know, it's hard to get anything done whenever those two boys are down there on their phone. They're probably on Instagram.
Well, you know, it depends on what kind of cheerleader standing across the field.
right.
You know, I don't see one right now, but I know they probably look a little bit better than what we do in the box. Probably a little bit more of a distraction down there than what we can be.
Well, I'll tell you what. Have you got him up there, Coach Morrison?
I think so. He's finally turning on his microphone. Slowly but surely, we're going to get him on the air.
All right, so we're going to go down to Will the Weatherman.
We're going to try to.
Yep.
We're good.
Is this working? Is this on? All right, Cardinal fans, coming at you here pregame from the field, and it'll be a cool one tonight. Right now it's in the 60s, and it should drop down into the low 50s, maybe even get down into the 40s. There's a slight breeze, but not enough to really affect the game too much. What? Yeah, and we got some balloons that'll be drifting to our this way. That's how you can tell it's a little windy. And that's all. Back to the broadcast.
Well, I tell you what them boys have been doing down there.
I don't know what they've been doing.
Did you hear what he said the temperature was?
The temperature was. Can't hear anything now.
What was that?
Hot mic.
All right, he turned his microphone off, and when he turns his microphone off, apparently it doesn't like it.
Hey, we got to get this stuff worked out.
We're working on it.
Well, I don't know if we want to keep the microphone on that young man, though. There's no telling what he's going to say throughout the game.
We probably don't. You're right. That is exactly right.
We got 5.5 minutes left. Coach, I'm ready to get this thing started.
I agree.
You know, we've talked about the records. We talked about last week. We talked about Greenbrier. I can tell you a time Greenbrier, you know, was kind of in the situation we're in now. Greenbrier was the new team in the league, and they were struggling a little bit.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They and this year they're not nearly as good as they were last year. You know, you look at how talented and stacked they were, and they won a lot of ball games this year. They're not there this year. In fact, if you look at numbers, at least on what they had listed on Max Preps, we've got about 15 more kids than they do. So this Greenbrier team is a good team, but it's a game that we can definitely win. You know, it's one that we need to come out and play our hardest, but that we can do good on.
You know, we've got to, you know, like the weather stations have and the Good Morning America have their big cameras showing the weather. And every once in a while you'll get a big bird or big raven, looks like a ginormous bird is attacking. We've got a
Bowtie Ben.
Yes, that's right.
Bowtie Ben keeps sticking his head in front of the camera.
That's right. And so folks, don't be alarmed. Bowtie Ben is not attacking the stadium.
Yeah.
He's not attacking us, just getting in the view.
As long as we have crayons to feed him, he'll leave everybody alone.
That's right.
Here comes the captains for tonight's game. Charlie Wood, Justice Hobbs, Waggle, and Josh Miles. No, I'm sorry, that's not Josh. That is Matt Duffy.
You want to look at our starting lineups when we got time?
Hey, let's do it.
All right. offensive starting lineup right there.
Well, run through them, Coach.
All right, across the line, we got Charlie Wood. He's our senior, 5'9", 200 pounds. Left guard, Osvaldo Guerrerica, 6'3", 330. Our center, Seth Troilo. Glad to have him back. He's been on injury. He came back last week. He's slowly, he's still not fully in shape yet because he had to miss so much because of that broken toe, but he's back now. We've got Matt Duffy, our right guard, 6'1", 270. Tanner Barnes, our only junior on the line. He is 6'2", 6'1", 205. Jacob Gray, kind of new to the offensive line, is our Y. He's more of a blocking tight end than what we had before in Nick Huff. He's 6'2", 175. Our X is going to be Nick Huff, 6'3", 190. And our Z is going to be Trenton McChristian, 5'6", 135. We'll also see a little bit of Josh Ball, number 2, and Xavier Staten, number 5, switching back and forth in those two positions. We've got Bryce Waggle, Blake Putnam, and Justice Hobbs in the backfield.
Well, I'm just telling you, the lineup you just read off don't match what's on the screen. So now you got me.
Oh, it doesn't?
Me confused. No, you got
my
Matt
goodness,
Duffy
I got the
playing
wrong
center,
one up there.
Sam Stevens playing left guard, Charlie Wood playing left tackle.
But with Seth Trolio coming back, how much did that help us, especially that first half against Little Rock, kind of giving us some depth?
It's
on the
huge
front
because
line.
you put Duffy back at his natural position. You get him in his natural position, and it's a huge difference.
I was very impressed with the line. Lots of forward push, allowed for Justice Hobbs to get a lot of rushing yards that first half, and I'm looking forward to the lineup again tonight.
There's our defensive starters. This is correct. This is correct. This is the right one. It's Justin Clark, Matt Duffy, Seth Troilo, and Caleb Williams across the front. Charlie Wood, Justice Hobbs, Kelton Price are our linebackers. Stephen Pye and Trenton McChristian are our free safety and strong safety. And then Walker Davis and Xavier Staten are going to be our two corners.
That's a pretty impressive lineup. I like the offensive front and the defensive front, putting a lot of size and experience on there. And, of course, you've heard us say it all season long. We've got a lot of sophomores and underclassmen stepping up and filling some pretty important roles.
They have the coin toss. I believe the Redbirds are going to be kicking off. And here comes the Redbirds. Coach, feels like football in the air.
Exactly.
You can't get any better football weather than what we have tonight. And we got Tony Satcheries in the booth. Got some jambalaya. Makes me,
I want to thank Bobby Wilson for that.
I do, yeah.
I do. Did a good job.
We usually blame Bobby Wilson for a lot of things.
Yep.
Well, we're blaming him for the jambalaya, and it's a good thing.
Dude, that's good. That's good stuff right there.
Wait till you guys have been in the booth with me for a little bit, and then let's think about
the
how much
jambalaya.
we want to thank him
may
for that
not be
jambalaya.
so good.
That's right.
Redbirds getting ready to kick off. The Redbirds will be moving left to right on your 92-inch big screen. For those of you huddled up out around the pool, got the fire pit going on, should be here because it's a beautiful night to be sitting in the stands and watching little Redbird football.
It's a great atmosphere. Weather's perfect. You can feel the electricity, if you will. I think Dale Hill liked that reference. Feel the electricity in the air, and they're ready to play.
Brandon Thomas back deep to receive for Greenbrier. Redbird's got it teed up. White Hat looks up here, points at me, asks, are you ready? I said, yeah, let's go.
It's a great kick.
Fielded at the 19-yard line. Gets back across the middle, trying to break it to the outside. Stephen Pye giving chase and going to be brought down at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, it was a great kick. It had lots of hang time, landed right on the numbers where we wanted. He just we let him get into the middle of the field. We had our gunner coming up the sideline here, not let him have the sideline. That's what we want, but we can't let him have the middle of the field either.
Harold Ross is going to line up in the shotgun, empty backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Now they're looking over at the sidelines. He's going to change the play. He says jet right, 63 dog. I hate that play.
I don't like that play either.
Here comes a wide receiver screen. Parrish turns it back in, makes a cut, There is a penalty flag thrown at the 32-yard line. That's going to go against the Greenbrier Panthers.
That's either going to be a block in the back or a hold. But yeah, I was looking at some film today, Jeff, of their game against Morrilton last week, which I think they won by 1 point or 2 points. It was a close game. And they run a ton of screens. They're going to run a lot of wide receiver screens. They're going to run a lot of tunnel screens, little bubble screens. I mean, if you can think of the screen, they're going to run it. Screen doors, submarines, everything.
Hey, I'll tell you what's big on that play is it happened 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, then you're going to move back 10 more yards. Okay, 9 more.
Puts them in a big hole. Now we just got to cover them deep.
Puts Coach Sutton in a nice place to be. Defensively, I'm sure he doesn't mind that at all.
First down and 25. Quick drop. Here they come, quick out, and the Redbirds got him hemmed up at the 30-yard line. Redbirds will give them that every time.
It's a good job by Charlie Wood coming out of his linebacker position to come up and make that tackle. But you're right. When it's first and 20, we'll give up 5 or 6 yards. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, I'm not a math major, but divisibility-wise, that's still going to leave him at a deficit come fourth down.
3 receivers split to the far side, 2 to the near side. Jared Lorenzen in the shotgun. The big man takes a drop. Now he's going to try to scramble. Redbird's giving chase and going to knock him out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Charlie Wood along with Caleb Williams run him out of bounds. So it's going to make a third down and about 15.
You know, Charlie Wood got stiff arm there, and it looked like a pretty powerful stiff arm, but part of that was just the angle Charlie was coming at. He was trying to make a tackle from behind, and he was able to stick his arm back there, Ross was, and give him a good stiff arm and keep him off and get an extra 2 yards. But we just got to get a better angle.
Dude, that Ross is a man now.
He is. He's strong. You just look at his legs. He's got some trunks.
Yeah, he's in the shotgun. They're going to give him a little extra protection as he's going to try to go deep. Got a receiver breaking wide open through the middle, and it's going to be caught at the 20-yard line.
Boy, Jeff, I don't know how we missed that one. That's that's what they're going to do. You know they're going to go deep. So it's very frustrating whenever we allow them to do it.
First down and 10. He's in the shotgun. Coach, that's similar to what happened to us last week or at Van Buren.
Just let him get free right down the middle of the field. That's the seam route. You know, we've got, I don't know what coverage we're in there, but we definitely have at least 1, if not 2 guys supposed to stay deep.
Here comes our first running play of the game, and it's going to be brought down fairly quick. Going to fall forward for a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards.
And, that was their big receiver, McNabb, that they like to go to quite a bit, and he got us there.
Justin Clark in on the stop for the Redbirds. Second down and 6. Here they come, quarterback option, quick hitter out in the flats. I say he's out in the flats, but their slot just ran a stopper out about 3 yards down the field. Ross, quick hitter.
They pump over there to that to the wide receiver screen, and then that pulls our corner up, or our linebacker that's over that receiver pulls him up to go for the wide receiver screen, and then they just throw it to the slot who normally blocks.
Ross with the handoff. Going to be brought down by Hobbs. Charlie Wood, after he picks up about 3 yards, going to make it second down and goal about the 6-yard line.
All will be placed at the Cardinal 6-yard line, brings up second down and goal.
Ross again in the shotgun. 2 receivers either side. Got the running back flashing out in the flats. Going to try to make a move. Redbirds do a good job. Didn't see who the first Redbird was, but got there and didn't get faked out, held his ground, and held on until some help got there.
There was a whole flock of them there to stop it. They showed aggressive play in the secondary, on the short secondary. Got it taken care of.
Third down and goal from the 2-yard line. Watch for a quarterback option here. Handoff up the middle. He is not going to make it, as the Redbirds pile him up right short of the goal line, and he is right on the goal line.
That's a great job by the front there for the
Matt Duffy, and
we'll show a replay of that. But you're right, that's Matt Duffy. That's Seth Troilo in there. Matt Duffy is, I think, the first one to make contact.
Redbirds showing blitz. Here they come. He's not going to make it. Oh, he pitches it to the quarterback, and he's not going to make it.
They snuff it out.
Great defensive stand there for the Redbirds.
That's got to make Coach Sutton happy. That's a nice little momentum shifter for the defense. Kind of builds your confidence up, especially after giving up that pass play.
Coach, let me tell you, the only way you can have a 95-yard touchdown drive is to start on the 5-yard line.
That's right.
We haven't had a 95-yarder this year.
No, we haven't.
So let's have one right now. Waggle jogs into the huddle, and here comes the boys. Waggle's going to line up in the shotgun. Hobbs right beside him. 2 receivers split to the far side, 2 to the near side. Low snap. Hobbs gets to the outside, cuts it back in. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30. Going to be brought down at the 31-yard line. Ball comes out.
That ground can't cause the fumble. You know, anytime you see a person get slammed down and then the ball pop out, you know the ground caused the fumble.
I want us to get it because we picked up 3 more yards.
That's a great run there by Justice Hobbs. He's able to get the edge, and once he gets the edge, it's all over. He gets that edge, he runs it up inside, he cuts it back, and he hits the edge, and then he's able to split 2 defenders, and then he's in the open, and once he's in the open, he's dangerous.
Davis is split to the far side, Putnam and Huff to the near side. Hobbs your lone setback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs pulls the defender up across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Kind of looks like an old Rocky movie, you know, when they tie a big log to him and make him crawl up the mountain. He just kind of just keeps going and keeps going.
Yeah, it's hard to bring Justice Hobbs down. You may be able to grab a hold of him, but he's going to drag you for that extra 2 or 3 yards.
2 receivers to the near side. Nick Huff by himself on the other side, Putnam in the slot. Look at this be a quick hitter as Hobbs shortened up his gap between the quarterback, and there it is. It's kind of a version of the quick fullback play without the fullback.
That's right. It's just the tailback trap right up the middle. We normally run that with the fullback, but try to take some people out of the box by spreading them out and just having one back in the backfield. But so that's big third down play here.
3rd down and 3. The ball sitting at the Cardinal 38.5-yard line. Putnam's going to be your offset fullback. Now he's moving in right behind. Waggle's looking over the defense. Here comes the snap and the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Going to fall forward across the 40.
Don't think you made it, Jeff.
Nope. Coach Adams is going to have a decision here.
Brought down at the Cardinal 41-yard line.
4th down and a short 1. Looks like Redbird's going to go for it.
They're asking for a measurement just to see how much. They want to know how much it is. So they're going to measure just so our coaches have an idea of how far we have to make it.
This is what you would say in old-fashioned football terms, a free timeout.
Yeah, exactly.
Free timeout. Big game decision by Coach Adams. But, you know, if they go for it, you can't fault them with the way the line's been playing tonight.
No. And we talked about, you know, I talked to Coach Adams today, and part of his thing was we've got, as an offense, we've got to be able to move the ball.
Oh, that's funny.
What happened? I missed it.
Well, they call them out there and want to get a measurement and gets the measurement, and the official turns around and holds up the hands how far it is, and none of our coaches are looking at it.
Yeah, they don't even
We
care.
don't really care about that. We just wanted to talk to our players.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have a fire play here where we run up. No, we're not going to do that. But maybe a no play where we don't do anything.
Yeah, it could be.
We just try to get them to jump off sides.
A little snap count trickery.
I say you fake it to Hobbs and hit Huff over the middle. But we're going to give it to Waggle, and we're going to get a first down. Or Waggle's going to keep it. Boy, it's going to be close. See where they mark it. First down.
First down. Great play. Great play, great decision.
First down, Cardinals.
And again, they put the game on that offensive line, and the offensive line gets a good push, and Waggle stretches out and gets a nice first.
So we ran 5 offensive plays, 4 of them with a little justice on them, and then Waggle comes in and gets credit for the first down. Here comes the toss to Hobbs. Got blocker out in front of him. Hobbs gets to the corner and gets across the 45 up to the 47. That's one of them deals where it was all jumbled up, and Hobbs just kind of found him a crease and shot through. Davis and Putnam coming back out, along with Jacob Gray. Trenton's checked in. Hobbs, Xavier. and Colton Parrish. Waggles up under center. Hobbs your lone setback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs trying to get to the corner, and he does. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40.
Boys getting real good at getting around that corner, planting the foot, reversing field, and getting some extra yardage.
Well, what we've seen so far is the Redbirds lined up in the wideouts have done a good job of blocking.
Yes, they have.
Giving him a little running room.
I think that's Walker Davis. No, that's Trenton McChristian that came down on the crack block.
Speedy comes in at the crack block.
Yeah, came down and cracked down on the linebacker and allowed Justice to get out there.
Waggle once again up under center. 2 receivers to the near side. Tight end and Huff on the far side. Now Huff is going to go in motion. Fakes the handoff to Hobbs. Now he's got Huff open over the middle, but he's also going deep.
There he
Touchdown.
goes. What do we say about the Tom Brady analogy and dropping the dimes? Did he not just drop the dime right there?
Yes, he did. That was a great pass, a great play action to spring Nick Huff and get him open.
You know, I thought that was Huff split on the far side, but that was Xavier.
Yeah.
Xavier was breaking wide open across the middle. Waggle had his choices.
Yeah, he could have thrown it to either one, but he did a great job. You see him here in the replay. They're both 5 or 6 steps behind their defender.
Nick Huff is having an outstanding senior year. Redbirds line up in the swinging gate. And
they just
we're
run
gonna
it in.
score off of it. So many times you see teams line up in that.
And then they don't do anything.
Then they're going to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, we've done that 2 or 3 times this year, and we've scored.
They just snap it. They just toss it to Hobbs, and he just runs straight ahead, and they don't even touch him. I don't even think they were ready.
And, Hobbs has got to look up and say, wait, there's only 2 of them. This is like walking into the donut shop.
He's not used to that.
With nobody behind the counter.
That's right. Just take as many as you want.
So with 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, the Redbirds just march it 95 yards. With the final blow being a 40-yard pass from Waggle to Huff.
Great drive there by the Cardinals. What sprung that was we had the guts to go for it here on 4th down.
That's exactly right.
Deep in our hole.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what sets that up is you run 7 straight running plays.
That's right. And then
7 straight running plays, then you're going to slip a couple of guys behind them.
You go play action.
High kick going to be fielded at the 16-yard line. Going to try to get to the boundary, and it's going to be pushed out of bounds.
That's a better job of pushing them to the sideline there.
Josh Williams in on the tackle.
Last time they were able to kind of get back to the middle of the field, but we did a really good job this time of bringing one of our, I can't tell who that is, but he forces them back to the inside. And even though he's not in on the tackle, he's the reason the tackle was made where it was.
Ross is lined up in the shotgun. Right beside him is Howard. 2 receivers on either side. Here comes the quick wide receiver screen to the far side, and they're going to pick up about 6 yards.
Well, there's that McNabb that they like to use quite a bit. That's the one that burned us. They were able to kind of step up there and stop the little bubble pass and keep it from going for big yardage.
Here comes the handoff up the middle. Got a little running room, cuts it back across the middle, across the 50-yard line into Cardinal territory before he's brought down. And I can't tell. I think it was Oski in on the tackle.
I tried to look at the replay here, Jeff, but I missed it. I'll be honest.
Boy, they love the wide receiver screen. Now, same deal that we did to them. You can't bite on that fake and then somebody slipping out behind you.
That's right. You've got to be disciplined and not take the screen and go.
Yeah. Well, they run that, and you've got a blocker going out in front of them. Now, that blocker, one of these plays, is going to run right by the person he's blocking and try to get deep. Here they're going to try to go deep on this one. Pass is over the middle, and it's caught. Trent is there to hold him up till the Redbirds get there.
Stays committed to the play, and Charlie Wood kind of lets him know how he feels about that afterwards.
Charlie Wood, along with Caleb Williams, I believe, comes in there, and Stephen Paya. Bunch of them.
we've got to do a better job of stopping them on the long throw.
Handoff, trying to get to the outside. He gets to the corner. Quarterback does a great job of carrying out the fake. So Redbirds going to make some changes on the defensive line.
Get some fresh guys out there.
2nd down and 6. The ball at the Redbird 15-yard line. Here comes a quick toss. Going to be hit immediately by Trenton McQuiston, and then he's going to be brought down by a host of Redbirds. Doesn't matter, boys. You can drive it all you want to between the ones. 1st down and 10. The ball is the Cardinal 8-yard line. Ross in the shotgun. Hands it off again. They have definitely found something that they really like on that far side of the field. About every play they run is going to the far side right now.
Yeah, Charlie Wood comes up there, makes a nice little solo tackle there. Stops that from a touchdown.
2nd down and goal. The ball to Cardinal 5. Comes the handoff to this side. Got a little running room. He's going to get into the end zone.
They just got a little too much push on our defensive front there. Got our defensive end going out, and kept pushing him out, and was able to cut up inside.
All right, here's their version of the swinging gate.
Let's see if we adjust to it better than they did.
I like our chances right here.
Yeah, we got a little bit better numbers.
Pass is complete.
Greenbrier 2-point conversion is good.
So that makes it 8-8. Both teams score off a swinging gate.
I think we're going to try to go to down on the field, do a little interview with Josh Waggle. But right now they're having a big discussion with the official about who was out there, whether or not they were eligible. Let's take a look at it.
All right, let's see here. Let's look at the replay. 18 is your center.
I think they were saying that 18, the one who get the ball,
was covered up on the far side.
On the far side,
and he sure was. Right. I believe they're right.
I think they're right too. They're not happy about it, that's for sure.
Greenbrier's got it teed up.
Yeah. Cool.
Trenton's back deep, along with Blake Putnam. High, long kick going to be fielded at the 13-yard line by Stephen Paya. Paya's going to get across the 20 down to the 24-yard line.
I'm glad we're able to come up with that catch, but it's one we kind of wish that Trenton McQuiston would pick up.
Yeah, I'm really glad that it wasn't a muffed punt because of the confusion there, but ends up being a better field position than what we had on the last drive. Last drive, if I remember correctly, we scored.
1st down and 10, the Redbirds at their own 24-yard line. Waggle's going to line up in the shotgun. Hobbs right beside him. Receivers everywhere. Waggle's going to tuck it and run. Got a little running room. He's at 24, the 25, fumbles it, and I believe the Redbirds got back on it.
Boy, lucky break there for us, Jeff. It's one thing that, turnovers are the one thing that is really hard for us to overcome, especially when you're playing a quality team like Greenbrier.
Looks like Trenton jumped on that one, so it picked up about 3 yards, make it 2nd down and 7.
It's a good heads-up play by Trenton to see that ball pop out and get over on it quickly.
Waggle's going to go up under center. Putnam the fullback. Nick Huff split to the near side. Hobbs is your tailback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs heads toward the corner, lowers his shoulder, and they end up over in the Greenbrier sidelines.
Yeah, they definitely are doing their best to close that corner off. We've made some ground over there on both sides, hitting that corner, and so they're doing a better job of stretching it, bringing their corners up. But this should lead to play action pass.
3rd down and 7. Waggle gets the sign from the coaches. I love this play. This is a play that gets us 8 yards every time. Bunch package to the near side. Waggle goes throw it, and he hits as he throws it. And that pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, that's very lucky for us, because if that would have been an interception, then that puts them in inside the red zone almost already.
Colton Parrish was breaking free at about midfield, just didn't have the time to get it to him.
Again, fortunate there wasn't an interception. Fortunate the fumble wasn't recovered against us prior to that. We can make most of our fortunate events.
Redbirds are going to punt it. Good snap. Low kick. It's going to hit at the 45, go sideways, be fielded and down at the 39-yard line. So with $1:30 left to go in the first quarter, it's all tied up 8-8. Here comes the high-speed, high-powered Greenbrier offense.
Jeff, we're going to have to, if we want to win this game, we're going to have to get some stops. So far we have, we got one stop down there on the goal line. But that last series, they kind of did whatever they wanted to with us. We've got to do a better job of covering the pass, and then a better job of stopping the run, especially on our defensive left edge.
Well, Ross has got an empty backfield, and imagine that, a wide receiver screen. We're going to be brought down at the 49-yard line. Going to be a little short of a first down.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that a lot. We haven't figured that out yet, that wide receiver screen. We're going to see it a bunch.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ross lines up, shotgun.
They're holding us, and we're going to get the holding call.
And they get the pass completed on the far sidelines. He breaks the tackle, gets brought down at the 25. Flag back at the Cardinal 44-yard line.
If you watch on it'd be our right defensive end. He tries to make an inside move, and when he tries to make that inside move, his jersey gets held from behind, and he's not able to get free. Right there.
Yeah.
A false start. Oh, I thought they were going to call hold.
Boy, that flag come late.
It was late for a false start. I thought for sure they meant hold.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but most time false starts, they blow it dead.
Yeah, that's a weird call. That's why I thought for sure it was a hold.
So that's going to make it 2nd down and 6. 3 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near side. Ross is lined up in the shotgun. Here comes the handoff. Trying to get to the outside. Redbird defense does a good job coming up and stretching it out. Look like Stephen Paya.
Charlie Wood with the tackle.
Charlie Wood. And
pick up the 2 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Good job there by the Cardinal defense. 3 receivers over on the near side of the field, which is the wide side. The receivers were moving when the ball was snapped.
They weren't set.
There is a holding call.
Ross with the quarterback keeper. There is a penalty marker on the play.
False start.
Yeah.
Holding.
Holding called against the Panthers.
Let's see if we can find this holding call.
Right there on 58.
Yep.
Student section, all dressed in pink, letting them know you can't do that.
Hey, you should have seen the student section before the game started. They were over there tailgating.
Yeah.
They were doing the cha-cha slide.
Glad I didn't see it.
Little Vincent, I don't know if you know Vincent, but he was getting a little too with it, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Redbirds got a little pressure on Ross that time, caused the pass to be overthrown at the 30-yard line, so that's going to make it 4th down and 16. Coach Morrison?
Yeah.
There's your stop you was talking about.
There's what we needed. That's exactly right.
2 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Going to see who gets in here on the.
Well, it sure looked like
Clark and maybe Walker.
Yeah, it looked like Caleb Williams was going to get to him, but it looked like they had a hold of him. Good snap. Low wobbly kick. Going to be fielded by Pye on the run. Almost got to the outside and almost got a horse collar.
Well, when he came up and made that catch, I thought, why is he doing that? You know, normally you're not going to touch that, but he caught it on the run, and he got an extra 4 or 5 yards because of it.
That's exactly right. Made a quick play, made a good play, stayed on his feet, and was trying to catch him off guard.
Well, I tell you what, we're making it easy on the officials.
We are.
It's the end of the quarter. They don't even have to do nothing. Just set the chains up, move the ball down to the 45, and reset the chains.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they have to go over there, mark the chains, turn them around, nothing. This is simple stuff. This is Xbox stuff right here.
Can't be any easier.
No.
But right now they've got it at the 4th down, and there we go. Now we're but now that chain is wrong. We're having some problems.
That makes no sense. Why they make the chains?
I don't know.
They're making it harder than what it is.
Yeah, they made the chains flip-flop.
That don't make no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Somebody give me some crayons.
If we could get the next screen entry right, if you could get us the ability to kind of have the Madden-like drawing.
Yeah.
We can draw
we need
that.
Teleprompter. You know,
yeah. Because I want to be able to write boom on it. Redbirds set up shop, 1st down and 10 at the Cardinal 45. Waggles in the shotgun. Hobbs says, hold on, I think I want to be on this side of you. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs trying to get to the outside. There's a hold on the Redbirds. Now the hold happened at the 44-yard line, but the official could not throw his flag that far. So they're going to mark it from the 41-yard line.
That's bad for us.
That is bad for us.
You know, normally if they don't throw it well, they just run up there and put it where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Penalty will move the ball back to the Cardinal 31-yard line. Remains 1st down.
1st down and 10. That moves it back to the 31-yard line. Redbirds got a long ways. 1st down and 25. Waggles in the shotgun. Waggle with the quick drop. Gets it to Hobbs. Great catch and a spin move at the 40. Cuts it back at the 45 up to the 46. Hobbs caught that on the run. Stopped it on the dime.
That was a great play.
Great throw and catch there. 16-yard pickup, still 2nd down and 9. Second down and 9. Waggle's going to go up under center. Jacob Gray split to the near side. Huff to the far side. Here comes Trenton in motion. Trenton trying to get to the corner. He's going to make it, get to the 50. And
horse collar. Where's the horse collar?
Guess they're going to say he had him up around the pads.
I can't see the horse collar when they're on this side close to the booth.
He went. I tell you what, I looked down there on the sidelines. You got Hayden Sutton and Big Morgan Lewis down there.
I saw Morgan Lewis. He was down at Little Rock last week.
Yep.
Got to talk to him before the game. That was neat.
Yeah. Morgan is playing at Harding, and it looks like he's loving their weight program.
Yeah, he's definitely put on some size.
Yeah.
The good type of size.
I told him before the game, you've been calling him names.
Don't say that. That's scary.
Waggles up under center, hands it to Hobbs. Hobbs going to lower his shoulder at the 45. Well, I'll tell you what.
Let's watch that replay right there. He lowers his shoulder, and he takes it an extra 3 yards after contact.
The life of a quarterback coming up to tackle Justice Hobbs.
You know, the positive thing there, Jeff, is that we put ourselves in a hole with that holding call, and even though we were in the hole, we were able to come out of it, get out of the hole, get the sticks moving again, and now we're a fresh start.
1st down and 10, the ball at Greenbrier 43-yard line. Waggles under center. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs going to cut it back in at the 40, the 35, the 33, still pushing the ball down close to another Cardinal 1st down. And Justin Clark had come in and played fullback. Justin Clark, tad bit bigger than Putnam.
Yeah, just a little.
Got some interesting stats for you here. Interesting is they're the only stats we have. We've got
First down, Cardinals.
we're about 70 yards rushing if you include the last few rushes we had in this half. We're averaging about 6.7 yards per rush.
Huff split to the near side, waggles up under center. Here comes Xavier in motion. Here comes the toss to Hobbs. Here comes the cornerback. He says, "Nah, please cut inside of me," and Hobbs does, and gets down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that cornerback just kind of dove on the ground. Did you see that?
But one of them come running up and looked like a matador.
We're at 1 for 2 passing. It was Bryce Waggle, brought 1 for 2 for passing, 39 yards, averaging 19.5 yards a pass.
Brings up second down and 4.
Second down and 4 from the 25-yard line. 9 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the first half.
I was looking for some scores.
Yep.
Not a single score in our conference has been reported yet.
Well, I can tell you Rogers Heritage and Rogers Mounties are tied up at 7.
Really?
Hand off to Hobbs. Hobbs jumps it past the tackle. Going to get down close to a first down. Going to be really close.
I can tell you that Farmington and Greenbrier are tied at 8.
We're getting ready to be 16 days.
That's right.
We're Fearless Friday in the booth. Fearless Friday on FSPN.
We're not scared. We're fearless.
That's right.
I'm not scared to tell you what it's going to be. Hobbs is going to come out and get a break, and Cardinals going to get a free timeout with a measurement.
I'd like to take this time to thank UAMS for the pregame meal that they provided for the players tonight.
Tonight's meal for the Farmington Cardinal football team before the game. Always wonderful.
It's always nice not to play hungry, you know.
Yeah, that's important.
It's kind of like it's nice not to announce hungry.
That's right. Bobby Wilson, Tony Satcheries, some good old jambalaya.
And we got Jim's Razorback Pizza. We're getting fat in the booth.
Dude, I'm telling you, they could put us in lockdown right now. We'd be okay.
Yeah, we'd survive for at least a week.
Yeah.
Zombie apocalypse happens right now. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Just lock up the doors.
We'd have to throw these basketball coaches out of here, but
Yeah.
we'd be all right.
We could use Kale Peters.
The one I'm
back.
worried about eating too much is maybe the volleyball coach down there.
No kidding.
I think he'd eat a little more than everybody else.
Yep. Here's a handoff to Williams. Williams breaks at the 15, at the 10, down to the 6-yard line. I believe that was Caleb Williams come in to give Hobbs a little breather. I heard their coaches in the booth as Hobbs come out. Four's out.
Yeah.
They may want him back in.
Little different type of runner.
Yep.
You know, Hobbs is going to lower his shoulder and run over you. Williams is going to try to find a seam and sneak through it.
It's similar to what we had last year when you had Hobbs and Josh Blue.
Exactly right.
You know, Josh was that guy that would hit that hole really quick, hit that little seam and take off. Where Hobbs, he's going to find a place where he can do the most damage, and I mean the people.
That's right.
Not as
He's
far as
gonna
yards.
Contact first.
Here comes a handoff to Putnam. Putnam's going to sneak it past the initial line and get down inside the 5, down to about the 4-yard line. That'll make it second down and goal.
Got 3 downs here. 3 downs to make it 4 yards.
You know, kind of like with the Josh Blue, like you were talking about last year. We've got a little thunder with Hobbs. We've got some lightning with Trenton McChristian. We've got a little combination going ourselves that we can use in our advantage.
Coming in, play fullback, Justin Clark, the 6'1", 210-pound junior. Hobbs is your setback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Got Clark out in front of him. Clark looking for somebody to block.
And they'll take
Hobbs
that
gets
touchdown.
into the end zone.
Clark found someone to block.
Boys, that's the way you draw it up. March it down the field, overcome a penalty, score, line up in the swinging gate.
Got lead blocks there by Clark and by Nick Huff.
You ready?
Now the Redbirds decide they're going to kick a field goal. Plenty of time on the play clock.
Hey guys, from the field, I think.
Here's the snap. Kick is up. That would have been good from Prairie Grove. Redbirds up 15-8, and I'm convinced the coaching staff did that just because I said it was going to be 16-8.
I think you're right. They heard you talking. They don't like you making predictions,
Nope.
so they said no.
So I tell you what, Coach, let's take a quick commercial. And this game been fast-paced. We hadn't got to get very many commercials, so let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett, inviting all of you in Farmington to come see us at Everett Chevrolet in Springdale. Make the short drive and shop Northwest Arkansas's best selection of new Chevys, like the sporty Chevy Camaro, the rugged Silverado, and the family-friendly Tahoe, completely redesigned for 2015. Experience a better way to buy your new Chevy at Everett Chevrolet in Springdale. Family-owned, customer-friendly, a proud supporter of the Farmington Cardinals. Go Cards!
Here's the kick. Boy, that's a nice kick, going to be fielded at the 16-yard line. Trying to get some room up the sidelines,
Hey guys,
cuts it back.
Sideline report for you. This has been just a cat and mouse game from the offense. It's spreading the ball, throwing the ball quite a bit with Greenbrier side. Then we work the horse a little bit, running behind the tackles. But really, right now, it's the defenses are trying to figure out on both sides who's going to stop the other team's offense. And going into halftime, as we're in and down this second quarter, whichever defense plays the best is going to have the lead going into halftime.
Well, that was the stud Josh Waggle, and I heard he ripped me last week.
I can't believe that he would do such a thing.
I mean, here I write all these letters to the city councilman, to the mayor, to all the influential people in Farmington to allow Josh in Farmington.
To be a citizen.
Because we just don't let anybody from Perry Grove come over to Farmington.
That's right.
I mean, that's like being in the Civil War, your neighbor fighting for the South, another one fighting for the North.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they got together and had ice cream and apple pie?
Probably not.
Probably not. And here Waggle does me that way. I'm done with him. He's overrated anyway.
I agree.
He got all-state quarterback because he was the only one.
Yeah.
And he quarterbacked this Arena League team up here because he was the only one.
The only one they could find?
Yeah. But I like his kids.
I do too.
They can spin the ball now.
Can we keep the kids and him leave? Can we do that?
I don't
Would
think
that work?
so.
Oh, well, then in that case, I guess we'll keep him.
I think we ought to boycott him.
So he was the only quarterback. That's why he got that. Now the only reason he's staying here is because of his kids.
Now, I will say that Josh has done a lot for Farmington football recently, in the recent years since his kids have been here. He's really been the spearhead on orchestrating things like the fireworks we had for the Prairie Grove game, that charter bus that we had last week.
Yep.
We're going to have fireworks for homecoming. The food and the things like that. He's done a great job with that.
It goes further than that. You go down to the Pee Wee program. He done a lot there. I like to aggravate old Josh, but Josh is a great guy.
Yep.
Okay, so the kids, the Pee Wee football, then the charter, the fireworks, and then what he does help coaching. But then other than that,
he's still from Prairie Grove.
Okay, okay, all right.
Yep. As my daddy would say, good peoples. Ross is lined up in the shotgun, 2nd down and 5. Here comes the quick hitter. Waggle's there to hold him up pretty quick, and here comes Charlie Wood. Blow the whistle.
I think they made it.
I'll tell you what, if you're a receiver, you're a running back, and the first guy that hits you, you're not getting past, you sure don't want Charlie Wood to be the second guy when you have no momentum, and he gets a running start at you like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, the boy just got up and just gave a shot to Waggle. Just gave a shot to Trey, and Coach Adams is not happy about it.
See if we can see that on the replay.
Watch him after he gets up here. They blow the whistle. Now they get up. There it was.
Yep.
Here's a handoff up the middle. Got some running room. They're going to get up to cross midfield to the 40 down to the 39-yard line.
Just like Josh said, it's going to be a question of which team can stop the other right now.
We have a sideline report that the Greenbrier player did throw a punch.
Oh, threw a punch.
Coach Sutton, they run their wide receiver screen. Coach Sutton was over here yelling at them, the defensive backs, to get up.
Yeah,
get up
on them and don't give them that screen. We're giving them too many yards on these short passes. When you give them 2 or 3 yards on an outside pass, that's you can live with that because sooner or later they're going to drop one and make a mistake. But you give it up 6 or 7, that's too much.
2nd down and 4. Ross in the shotgun. Here comes fakes the handoff. Now they're going to wide receiver screen. He's at the 15 and going to be run out of bounds right there about the 14-yard line by Stephen Paya. Stephen Paya and Kelton Price.
Well, right now, Jeff, we don't have an answer for the way they're slinging the ball around. They're spreading us out, kind of getting us out of position.
Well, everything they've been throwing so far has been short passes. Had that one long one on third down.
It's a great play there by, is that Troilo?
I believe it was.
Yep.
Seth comes in and submarines and holds them to about a 2.5, 3 yard gain.
Yeah, just goes to show you how much of a benefit it is having him back on both sides of the football.
Ross drops back, looking toward the end zone. Now he's going to take off running.
There's Seth Troilo. He got held and he makes the tackle. Said his name again. Big time play by Seth Troilo. Getting held, drawing the flag, and making the sack.
And we got
and now he's hurt.
No, that's not him. I believe that's Matt Duffy.
Let's see if we can get a replay of the sack there by Seth Troilo. You see him, he's double teamed. He scrapes in between them. He gets held up.
And gets there anyways.
And, you know, you watch that play you can tell he definitely cramped up because if you watch the replay, he was standing there. Yeah. Nobody touched him, and all of a sudden he goes down. He just got a cramp.
And Duffy's coming back. That's a good sign. You sure don't want to see him out. Such a key part to our offensive and defensive line.
3rd down and 14. See if the Redbirds can get another stop here. Fake the handoff. Here comes the blitz up the middle. Pass is thrown over the middle. Great defense and a great catch.
Yeah, we were right there.
To give it up to him.
Great defense. We were right there with him, but that was a great pass. Just threads the needle there and then able to come up with the catch.
1st down and goal.
Oh, I thought they gave him the touchdown.
And the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to score. So let's see what the Greenbrier decides to do this time, if they're going to line up in the swinging gate or kick it. Looks like they're going to say, well, y'all kicked it, we'll do the same thing. 5:16 left to go in the first half. Greenbrier an extra point away from tying it up. Kick is up, and it's good. Coach, a lot of offensive fireworks here in the first half.
That is right. It really has just come down to a question of who's going to stop who.
Kind of watching Texas Tech and TCU.
Yeah, just going at it.
You got 5 minutes. You want to go down and score because
we get the ball.
That's right. So you get a chance to get 2 possessions here to none for them. So huge right here. Huge possession for the Redbirds.
No, we've got the clock operated this year. They're not going to get 3 plays off in 8 seconds or whatever it was.
It was 4 plays in 9 seconds.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
I'm still mad. I was down in Conway the other day, ran into that clock keeper. He saw me get out of my car at the local Walmarts, and he took off running. He said, I remember you. Greenbrier's got it teed up. White Hat looks up here at me and says, you boys ready? I said, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's play. We got 5 minutes. We want to score. Line drive kick. Let it go, boys. Go out of bounds. There it is. Throw the flag. Even I could have made that call.
That's right.
Hey, back them up. Make them kick it again.
Yeah. Make him kick it again. There's a tap. We are going to kick it again.
I like it.
We are gonna
Their
kick it
defense is coming out on the field, and
now they're going to run back off.
Yeah, and the kicker, he's picked up his tee. He's running to the sidelines, and they're going to say, dude, you need to come back.
Let's give O'Speedy another shot.
Yeah, hopefully we can force him to kick it to McChristian.
So he moved back to the Greenbrier 35-yard line for the kickoff. For a re-kick.
You know, for the most part, we haven't done much forcing them to re-kick this year.
Nope, you don't see it very often. Most of the time, everybody's happy to take it on the 35, but more and more people are pooch kicking. So you're going to get the ball about there anyway. So
the junior high game last night, I think they made us re-kick 3 times once. Finally, on the third kick, we just said, okay, and we kicked it, and it rolled into the end zone.
Well, their kicker, this time he's going to kick it over this way. Last time he went to the other side of the field. He says, I like it. No, I'm going to kick it middle. I like that.
I do too. Let's kick it to him.
Gets it at the 8-yard line. Got a wall in front of him. Now he shoots the gap, lowers his shoulder, and gets it back to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, anytime we get the ball Trenton McChristian's hands deep like that, let him get a full speed of get a full, head of steam on us. I like it.
Yep, I think the crowd does too. You see how silent they get when he gets the ball?
Hey, you're at home, you're saying, well, you gave up 6 yards. But more times than not, in that situation, you're going to gain yards.
Yeah.
You're playing the odds on that deal, and, I'm sure they probably do it again. 15-15 with 5:10 left. Huff and Davis split to the near side.
You may lose 5 yards 4 or 5 times, but then that 6th time it's going to break.
Here's a handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs gets to the outside, cuts it back in at the 35, up to about the 38, 39-yard line. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue helmets,
and
Hobbs is still standing.
That's right. No one hits the ground.
Yeah.
Some great blocking out here in the open field. He's able to make the first guy miss. We're able to kick out. I think that's Nick Huff there making a good block.
All I know is the dude that's lined up across from Big O is wondering who he made mad.
What did he do in a former life to get this?
Waggles up under center, 2nd down and 1 from the Cardinal 39-yard line. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs hits his blocker at the 39, pushes him forward, and gets up to the 40. It's going to be enough for a first down.
I want you to watch this on this replay, Jeff. Watch the double team here between, I think that's Big O and Charlie Wood.
I'm telling you, that dude's having a bad day.
Big O and Charlie Wood right here on the left side, very first guy on the left side of the center. They double team him, and they just swallow him. He's still moving backwards.
Hey, that's Seth, and that was Seth and Big O. Charlie was manned up on the defensive end out here, but Seth and Big O took their 2 technique and pushed him 7 yards back.
Oh, you are correct.
Here's a handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs falls right back in behind Big O. Big O just ran the fastest 4 yards he ever has.
He's having a good game. He's blocking good tonight.
Well, I'm telling you, he was blocking a guy, and Hobbs hits him right in the back. It looked like he was shot out of the cannon.
I wonder if he was carb loaded on that pregame meal tonight.
2nd down and 5. Ball at the Cardinal 45. 3:30 left to go in the first half. Redbirds got 3 timeouts. Greenbrier 3 timeouts.
Hey, Jeff, I got a surprise for you.
What's that?
You know who's supposed to come talk to us at halftime?
Who's that?
Brian Law.
Why, they closed the buffet?
I guess so. Time expired. They closed down the buffet, and so he doesn't have anything better to do than come talk to us.
Hobbs was hit 2 yards back in the backfield. Still picks up 2.5 yards. 3rd down and 2. Hey, remember when you and I and Law, we used to do all these games?
Oh, yeah.
And then he just quit showing up.
He did. What happened?
I don't know.
Buffet open.
2 receivers split to the far side. Comes a handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs got some room at the 45. The 40. Going to stiff arm at the 35, down to the 30, and run out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That's a great cut.
Great blocking by the interior of the offensive line. I could have picked up 2 yards on that one. That's how wide that hole was.
Yeah, it was a big hole. You see, we'll push it to the right here on the replay. We push it to the right. I think it's just a power. Yep, it's a power blocking to the right, and then a big gash, and he just cuts it back.
Look at that guy try to run around Big O, and it's like a lunar eclipse.
Yeah, you got to run way around.
Yeah, that dude ran 60 yards.
Getting around him?
Yeah, and Big O pushing him. So it's 1st down and 10. The ball at Greenbrier 25-yard line. 2:45 left to go here in the first half. They're going to get us for a false start or illegal formation. I'm going to call it bogus. False start.
Well, kind of like last week. We made a lot of pre-snap penalties like this that hurt us and get us behind the sticks. We got to, we're a good team, but even good teams, it's hard to overcome when you're in the hole. And now we got a flag over there. I think it's sideline
warning. Let's see. Their official says sideline warning. Greenbrier, this is their first warning.
Yeah.
Nick Huff is going to go over there, split to the far side. He tells them, Mr. Coach, y'all need to back up. Got the bunch packies. Now I like his formation right here. Putnam and Waggle. Here goes Davis in motion. They fake the handoff to Davis, hand it back to Hobbs. Hobbs at the 30, the 25, 20, 15. Cuts back. He's at the 10, the 5, down to the 2-yard line. I like it.
Boy,
Coach, every year I talk about one thing Coach Adams always does. He'll run 1 or 2 plays you have not seen the game before. Well, there it is.
Here's one right here. We're going to fake it to Davis, coming across, hand it to Hobbs. We got blockers coming across all over the place, and then he's able to split some defenders, break some tackles.
Yep. You can watch all 4 game films of Farmington this year, and you will not see that formation or that play.
Nope, it is not. Yeah, you're right. He does a little wrinkle every week.
I like it. First down and go. Waggle leads them up under center. Justin Clark is your offset fullback. The Justice is lined up in the tailback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs going to cut to the outside, get to the inside. Say, boys, just like that. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, and the Redbirds jump up 21-15.
You know, it's great that we could come down here and score.
Too much time left on the clock.
Yeah, we almost did it too fast.
Yep. John Stevens on to kick the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. Kick would have been good from about 35.
Yeah, John, he can kick it now.
22-15. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Okay. No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, we can go ahead and go down.
Sometimes the things we want to do aren't quite the things we end up doing. But with Tyson Grilled and Ready chicken breast fillets, you can make eating right a promise to yourself you actually keep. No preservatives, 98% fat-free, and fully cooked. So you'll be eating right in no time, just like you intended. Tyson Grilled and Ready chicken.
All right, we're back here on the sideline. Quick update. All the coaches and refs right after that play were scrambling around talking to each other. I just now figured out what happened. Everybody's looking for a defense. For some reason, we can't seem to figure out where the defense is on either team. But it makes it fun to watch. Offense is fun. Hoping that we can keep this lead going into halftime. Back up to you guys.
All right, well, there's penalty flags thrown on the kickoff, and I think that may be on us.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we had a late hit.
And I think coming in, I think Colton Parrish come in there a little late and cleaned up house.
I think you're right.
So that's going to move the ball out to the 41-yard line with a minute 59 left to go, and they have all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, that's bad. Gave him too many yards there. Gave him too much time. So that, hopefully we can come out of it.
Ross is a single back. Quarterback, no running backs.
I think a little miscommunication there. Ross is just going to turn. That's a clip.
Boy, that's a good job by Cardinal defense. They set on the wide receiver screens. You know how we talked about they're going to keep that wide receiver screen, keep it, then they're going to try to break it deep. Wide receiver screen on the far side. They faked it on this side and went deep. Trey Waggle over here did an excellent job covering it up.
Yeah, they did. We had it covered, and then we're coming up underneath, and I got to go back. They run plays quickly. We don't have a lot of time.
Complete over the middle, and it's going to be brought down with a minute 44 left to go here in the first half. Going to make it 3rd down and 6. Get a good stop right here, Redbirds. Put them in a position with about a minute 15 left on whether they're going to go for it or punt it.
We still got lots of timeouts.
Quarterback takes off scrambling. Now he's going to try to throw it. It's going to be caught at the 45-yard line Game clock is at $1.24, waiting for the change to set.
That's what makes him so dangerous, Jeff, is he can scramble, turn around, throw it on a dime, and be accurate.
First down and 10, the ball at the Cardinal 45-yard line. Jake Oskey showing blitz off the side, and here he comes. Wide receiver screen going to get brought down inside the 40.
And Charlie Woods there.
Good thing
drop
that
him.
Play is still, the clock is still running. That play was inbounds, wasn't a first down. Going to be down below 1 minute by the time they get the snap off.
Ross in the backfield in the shotgun. Looks to the near side. Now he's going to go over the middle. That pass is caught.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he dropped it.
Yeah.
I did too. I was hoping.
Inside the 15 down to the 12.
It's too much time. He's too open if he can bumble the ball that much and us not hit it and knock it down.
Waiting to set the chains with 53 seconds left. Here they come. Wide receiver slant, and he is going to get down to the 1 yard line.
So we got to do a better job there. If when they come across, we have got to hit them. We have got to punish them and make it where they don't want to come across the middle of the field like that again.
Coach Sutton is three kinds of mad.
Yeah, he's not very happy.
22-15. Greenbrier takes the timeout. Ball setting, it looks like, on about the 3 yard line. They're going to measure. It's going to be awful close.
It is. I'm going to see if I can get some scores here, Jeff.
Rogers is ahead of Rogers Heritage, 14-0.
Let's see, on the 5A, I've got Harrison 14, Little Rock Christian 20. I've got, in our conference, that's all I see.
Here we go. Second down and short. Ball at the 3 yard line. Redbirds show blitz, and here they come. Handoff up the middle, trying to get to the outside. Going to get a first down, but be short of the goal line. Going to call another timeout with 37 seconds left. I wish they didn't have no timeouts.
I know. They've used, they held them and they kept them in their pocket, and they're using them at a good time. I do have some scores in the 4A. I've got Pea Ridge 35, Lincoln 0. I've got Prairie Grove 14, Gravette 0. In the 7A, Fayetteville 18, Fort Smith Southside 0.
That's kind of surprising.
Mm-hmm. Siloam Springs 3, Alma 14. Harbor 7, Springdale 0. That's not surprising.
That is. It's only 7-0.
Van Buren 15, Conway 14.
Van Buren what?
15.
And
Conway's 14.
Yeah. All right, Redbirds, let's send everybody up the middle. Greenbrier trying to get set up. Here comes the Redbirds up the middle, and he is going to get in with 32 seconds.
Well, there for a second, they didn't give the signal. I thought we had him stopped, but he's able to punch it in.
So now they're a field goal away from tying it up. They got the ball with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Redbirds contribute 15 yards of freebies on it.
Yeah, that's right, Jeff. That one penalty at the very beginning of that drive played a major role in their ability to score with 32 seconds left.
So the extra point is up and good.
We're going to get the ball in the second half, and it's going to be a clean slate, just like it's 0-0.
That's exactly right. Why you got to say that? We got 32 seconds.
That's right. Something could happen.
3 timeouts.
That's right.
I've got waggle that can spin it. You know they're going to pooch kick it, so you're going to have good field position.
Mm-hmm.
You get some shots to take it down the field.
Lots of weapons for Waggle to hit. Drop dimes on, which he's been very accurate when he's thrown tonight. I like her chances.
The one thing that Greenbrier has is they have a very good secondary, and it's really hard to read their coverages pre-snap, and so it's going to be harder for us to just drop back and pass. That's why the play-action pass has been successful.
Right.
Not trying to be negative, just trying to be realist.
Well, I like the fact we got a 2-year starter at quarterback, got a good arm, good head on his shoulders. pretty confident he can find the open spots.
I think he can.
22-22, 32 seconds left. Got it teed up. He's acting like he's not going to pooch kick it. He kicks it
Puts a
deep.
leg into it.
I like it.
Trenton fields it at the 3.
He can score quick, too.
Runs into the blockers at the 24-yard line. 26 seconds left. So Redbirds are 76 yards away.
Still 3 timeouts, just like you said.
76 is less than 95.
That's right.
With 3 timeouts, you can also take one maybe 2 plays. You know they're going to be lined up a little deeper than normal, and hand it to Hobbs.
That's right. That's right. You could hand it to him when they're not expecting it and see what he can do.
And they're spread out pretty wide.
And here it is. Hand off to Hobbs. He's going to get across the 25 up to the 30-yard line. And it looks like the Redbirds aren't going to use their timeouts.
No, we're going to let the clock run out. Not take a chance of fumbling it or throwing an interception.
Boys, run it down to 3 and call timeout, and let's fling it and see what happens.
That's right.
When Coach Law was coaching, they called him the gunslinger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he just pulled them out and started firing.
Throw stuff. Hey, you could have first down and goal on the 6-inch line. He's going to line up in an empty backfield, shotgun, and he didn't run that normal shotgun. He ran it 9 yards deep.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it looked like he was punting the ball.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Receivers going everywhere. It was crazy. Well, hey, that takes us to halftime, 22-22. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to see if we can round up the old Law.
It just depends on whether or not the
Attention students, have you found a place to live yet? Don't move into high-rise, high-cost student living. Live somewhere comfortable, affordable, on the bus route, and close to everything you need. It's all at Mad Sky Rentals. 95% of apartments are rented in Fayetteville, so Mad Sky's places are going fast. Call today at 251-9403. 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms available. 251-9403 or online in madskyrentals.com.
What's up, man? Coach, I couldn't do that.
I couldn't either. I don't even want to attempt it.
No, I mean, we'd have to get like Melinda up here. Miss Melinda would have to come, like, help us. Hey, guess who I found, Coach Morrison?
Who'd you find?
Former head football coach, current high school Hall of Fame All-American gunslinger, current superintendent of the Farmington School District, Coach Brian Law.
Good to see you.
Did they close the buffet at the Chinese restaurant down the road? Is that why you're here?
Hey, yeah, it shut down. It shut down early.
For those of y'all that didn't see, I know you can't see Coach Law, and I know you're glad about that.
It's a wide angle camera.
But I'm telling you, Coach Law is dressed up. You know, he's in administration. He's wearing this nice. That's a nice suit jacket you're wearing.
Thank you.
That brown color looks really good on you, but you look like a UPS man coming up the stairs. I thought somebody was delivering a package.
Well, I got my Cardinal shirt on, got my Cardinal hat on.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You got to wear a jacket. Those of us that have to be outside and don't get to stay in the climate-controlled press box like you and Morrison do, you know, we have to fight the weather.
Hey, I'm surprised, you know, with the jambalaya and the pizza up here. I'm surprised that it took him till halftime to get here.
Well, I'm waiting till third quarter.
Okay.
Yeah. Coach Law, a lot of exciting things happening here at Farmington. You know, Coach Morrison and I was talking earlier when with the help of Prairie Grove Telephone Company, we started this whole deal. You know, it was us three.
Yeah.
Along with Bo and your son Zach, and you know it's come a long ways. Coach Morrison says got a lot better when you quit coming.
well, I'm sure that's true.
But in that time since we've started, let's talk about some of the things that's happened, not athletic-wise, but things for the school district. You know, like the new building we opened up last January.
Well, you know, the new Performing Arts Center and the gymnasium has just been an outstanding addition. We're so excited about what that has provided. You know, as a district that's in the 5A conference, to not have a Performing Arts Center was something that was certainly needed. I think one of the things that I'm the proudest of over that is the fact that last year, whenever we made out schedules for students to be involved in drama, there was only about 30 or 40 students in. This year there's 168 wanting to be involved in that program. So that's very exciting. It's a beautiful gymnasium, and you know, we got to play a few games over there this year. We're still working on it as we speak, still adding some parking and trying to do some expansions. And then, of course, as you all know, Phase 2 is just around the corner.
Okay, tell me a little bit about Phase 2, Coach. What's that consist of?
Well, Phase 2 is all of the academic areas, and it's about 96 to 98,000 square feet right now of academic space. It's going to greatly enhance what we're able to offer here at the school. Certain things that we're going to be able to put in that we just don't have right now are like video production. We have a broadcast studio that's going in. Coach Morrison and I were talking today about the new East Lab and some of the things we're going to put in it, and MedPro Lab that we don't have, and some additions into the Agri program that we don't have. And so it's going to be a great facility. It's going to be a beautiful facility. It's going to expand our space, but it's also going to expand programs and opportunities for kids.
Well, you and I worked in a lot of detail on this project along with several other people. You know, I've had some folks ask me, said, boys, you know, it took quite a while to get that gym built. I mean, you know, high school's taken quite a while, but when you look, let's go back to the gym and Performing Arts Center. We could have built that earlier, but we took people, we visited people from our school district, visited several different performing arts centers, no telling how many gyms we visit, and then they come back and they take the good from all those places, and I think the end product shows it.
I think you take the Performing Arts Center, for example. You know, we sat here and watched the band perform as we're speaking, and the Performing Arts Center started as a metal building that we went down with our fine arts people and looked at in a nearby community and thought that was where we were headed. And then when we came back, Jim Spillers and Todd Mitchell and Miss Jackson came, and they said, we would like to not have quite as large a facility, but we want to have a quality facility. And so we scaled back in some areas in the size and used that money to add great quality. And that's what we're trying to do with this high school now, is to come in and we've been to 3 different states looking at high schools. We've been all around, and we're trying to steal good ideas that others have and incorporate those into our plan.
I know a lot of people are excited about the new high school.
Well, I think we all are. We're very excited about the new high school, and then as we talk about that, and you know, we're here tonight and at a football game celebrating our athletes and our band members and dance team, and it's exciting to think about phase 3 of the school. We're already beginning to look at it also, and that is the football field that will go in there, and the track, and practice areas for football, and that's an exciting point too. And you look out there and say there's 45 acres out there, but when you build a 75,000 capacity or square footage gymnasium, you build a 96,000 square foot high school, and then you come and you add a track and a football field and all, it fills that space up very quickly.
Well, what else we doing?
Well, right now we're enjoying the band playing some Chicago. Mr. Spillers knows that I'm a great Chicago fan. Love to hear that.
See, he told me that this whole halftime performance was inspired by you. That's what he told me.
I know.
Because you said you love Chicago.
I do love Chicago.
And so he said, well, the superintendent said it, we got to do it.
That is correct. I love Chicago. And they're doing a wonderful job.
Coach Law, appreciate you joining us. We're going to hush for a few minutes and listen to the last part of the band.
All right, Cardinal fans, hope you enjoyed that halftime performance there by the Farmington Cardinal Band. And we're going to take some time here. One cool thing that we did this week that happened at the school was that Ledbetter Intermediate School, they put on a tailgate every year. And they put on a tailgate this year, and the kids got out there and had a good time. So we're going to show some video of that. We've also got a special feature about our very own camera operator, behind-the-scenes technical guru, Kel Petrie. It's only 48 seconds, but I hope you'll watch it.
Hi, I'm Ben Hadley here with senior Charlie Wood. So, Charlie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So, how do you think we did last week?
We played really good after the first half. We were playing with one of the best teams in the state, but after halftime, we didn't come out too strong.
All right, and how do you think we've come back from all of the injuries that we've had?
I think we've been doing really good. Like with Chorla coming back, our offensive line did a lot better. Our run game was pretty strong last week. Yeah.
How do you think we'll do this week?
I think we're actually going to do pretty good. All we got to do, we've really got to stop their passing.
All right, and run game, we going to stop that too?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Sounds good. Back to the broadcast.
All right, Cardinal fans, we are back. Hope you enjoyed the little player interview there. Got to see a little bit from the Ledbetter tailgate. Now, Jeff, Josh, we got something special.
Hey, I'm ready.
Okay.
Throw it on me here.
Hey, this is, we're working really hard. I've been working all week. I've been asking every high school girl I've seen to see if they are ready to go to the prom, or not to the prom, to homecoming dance next week with Cale Petrie.
Really?
I've come up short. I've come up short.
Dude, if you can make that happen, I'll call some people I know high up in the Chuck E. Cheese chain and see if I can get a one-day pass.
Well, we're having to go beyond just asking kids around campus because that hadn't worked. We hadn't found one desperate enough.
Really?
And so we're going to the airways right now.
Are we?
And here's our public service announcement for Cale Petrie to see if he...
public service announcement number 1.
Yep, here we go.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
And please, we need your help. Cale Petrie needs a homecoming date. We would dearly appreciate anyone who would be delighted to go to homecoming with Cale to contact us. If you need any more information, please contact Ben Hadley, Jared Morrison, Will Warren, or if you're daring enough, Cale Petrie himself. Here are some pictures of Cale. Please call in and help us. Thank you.
Coach, let me tell you.
It says call in, but we don't have a phone.
Yeah.
But you can get on our Facebook page.
Yes.
We are at Farmington Cardinals Live, Farm Cards Live, or it's Twitter. It's twitter.com/FarmCardsLive.
Right.
Get on there. Let us know that you're interested in taking Cale Petrie to homecoming. He'll actually come get you. He has a truck. If you trust his driving. He doesn't trust my driving, but if you trust his driving.
I know this broadcast just went out to millions.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah.
But we can also make a poster with his picture.
Oh, we can.
And put it in the windows at like Casey's and Come and Go and McDonald's and places like that.
We can. I'm
That's
sure.
Particularly the first one.
Yeah,
I think
Casey's.
the first one's going to bring more of the business that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, you can't say that here at FSPN we do not try to help our students.
That's right. We go above and beyond for our students. And I actually asked 4 girls today. As you know, I'm going through the high school working on computers, and I'd see a girl and I'm like, "Hey, you got to dance for homecoming?" And they'd look at me really weird, and I'd say, "I'm talking about for Cale Petrie," and they, "Oh well, I got a date." As soon as I mentioned the name Cale Petrie, they had a date.
Hey, listen to this. A while ago, I went to the concession stand. I passed 2. I asked both of them. One of them told me she was sick. The other one said she had homework.
Yeah, it's a week in advance. They already know. They already know.
You know, they're very academically dedicated here at Farmington High School. You can't blame them for that.
No, I can't blame him for making excuses because I don't want to go to the homecoming dance with Kale. But I told one of the girls today who already told me that she couldn't take him because she has a boyfriend. I said, hey, do you have any friends that are just a little desperate? You know, because that's all we need. We just need a little desperate. We don't
Not
need
a whole lot.
We don't need a lot desperate, just a little.
You know, decreased visual acuity wouldn't hurt either.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Don't know what that means, but it probably would help.
Tomorrow at 8:05, I'm calling Chuck E. Cheese headquarters.
Well, you're gonna try to get it where he
I'm
can
gonna
get
try
in?
to get the one-day free pass because that could be a game changer.
It could.
Yeah.
I mean, if you tell the girls, hey, not only will I take you to homecoming, but we're going to go to Chuck E. Cheese afterwards.
Yeah.
Then I mean, how could you turn that down?
I don't see how they could.
No.
You know, from here on out, Chuck E. Cheese will have a special known as the Kale Petrie Special.
Yep.
Based on this magnificent date that's going to happen before homecoming.
Yep.
Hey, are we already in your favorite time? Has the 3 minutes already started?
I'm boycotting it. I'm not saying anything about it.
Okay. I didn't watch. I was too busy watching the Kale Petrie video that I didn't see if the time expired and now we're in the 3 minute time or not.
Hey, boys, did y'all miss me last week?
Oh, a lot.
We sure did.
Let me tell you, I had a great time.
I bet you did.
I had a great time. I was at Shiloh had fan appreciation night.
Oh, how was that?
I was there.
Really?
But yeah, I'm not their number one fan. They said I'm their number 3.
Number 3?
Yep.
I figured they'd say you're number 2.
Nope. No, I'm number 3.
Did they have good food there?
Coach, I couldn't pronounce it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce it.
So no jambalaya.
I didn't see no Rice Krispie squares.
Well, that's not very good then. We got cookies, jambalaya, and pizza up here tonight.
Hey, we fired up.
We are taken care of.
The Redbirds played a great first half offensively, 22 points. Defensively, I'm sure that Coach Sutton got in there at halftime and said, boys, we're going to work on this screen pass, or this wide receiver screen.
Yeah, oh, hey, now we're in the 3 minutes. Just in case you didn't know.
I hate this part of it.
Now we're in the 3 minutes. Yeah, that's definitely something we're going to have to work on. We're going to have to work on stopping the pass. We're going to have to work on stopping the wide receiver screens. You know, we can give up 1 or 2 yards, you know, even 3 or 4, but 6 or 7 yards on a wide receiver screen we can't handle. Not as much as they're running it.
You know, and I like I said before, you know, if you're Coach Sutton, what's your message to the defense at this time?
I think it's that we've got to stop the pass.
Stop the pass. Kind of like what Charlie Wood said before when he was talking to Ben. Hey, we got to work on concentrating at the pass. Kind of like what Ben says at the end. Hey, listen, we're going to stop the run too. And that's exactly what they need to do. I mean, the screen pass is killing us. The little screen passes for little yardage at a time is opening up runs up the middle. It's opening up bigger passes up the middle, and the cross routes have been open.
You know, we've got to. There's a lot of things we've got to do defensively, but I think the main thing is if we can contain their quarterback, if we can contain their big number 10 there, and we can force him to throw some incompletes because his accuracy has been really good tonight. He hasn't thrown very many balls that weren't caught. If we can just get some more pressure on him, force him to throw some incompletes, that's what's going to stop a drive. If we can get some stops defensively, we've moved the ball on them offensively. We've proven that they can't stop us as far as with Justice Hobbs running the ball.
You know, if really I think that's the key to the momentum or the momentum changer. A couple of really big stops wouldn't hurt if we can get a turnover or two, but and they need the defensive stops just as bad as we do.
I don't know why you guys are always so negative. You guys act like basketball coaches. Y'all are negative about everything.
Well, yeah, that's how basketball coaches are.
Well, I just don't understand it. It's a tie ball game. Your offense moved the ball all over the place.
Brad Johnson's happy right now. You know why he's happy?
He's eating.
Because it's football season.
Oh,
it's not basketball season, so he didn't have anything to be negative about.
Football season and he's eating. That's not a bad combination for him.
1 minute left in the favorite part of halftime. You know, if I was really bored and had nothing to do and I ran to be president of the United States, I would do away with the 3 minute extra part of halftime.
That's what you would do?
Yes.
That'd be the first thing you do.
The very first thing.
And come and go drinks would be $1 every day.
Every day?
Every day.
They
had that
like
for a while, got me hooked, and then they went back to normal price.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And then healthcare.
And then healthcare.
Yeah, so we got the 3 minute, eliminate the 3 minutes before half. Come and go drinks be discounted, and then if there's enough time left in your first tenure, maybe healthcare.
When am I supposed to golf?
Yeah, and world peace maybe.
World peace.
Yeah, we work on that healthcare and world peace.
Hey, here's the deal, Morrison. If I was commander-in-chief of all the places around the world that bombs need to be dropped, my first 4 or 5 may be inside the borders of the United States.
That's true. Maybe West Coast a little bit.
All right, Redbird's going to be receiving the kickoff for the second half. Going to be moving right to left on your 96-inch big screen.
Hey, if you want to contact us, if you want to drop us a message, maybe hear your name online, you can reach us at twitter.com/FarmCardsLive. Also at Facebook at FarmCardsLive.
Basically, Coach Adams is just telling these guys, offensively, keep doing what you're doing, keep moving the ball, keep getting that next first down. Defensively, it got a little heated in the locker room, as you can imagine. What we're going to do is try to come out and be a little bit more physical at the cornerback spot, outside linebacker spot, and see if we can't get a couple of stops.
All right. Kick gets by Cardinals. Trenton chases it down back inside about the 5-yard line, picks it up, flies by a couple, and gets up to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be rough, but still able to get out to the 20, which is where we need to be. Anytime you're at the 20 or further, then that's good field position to start with. We went 95 on our first drive, so 81 is not too bad.
The only way you can have an 81-yard touchdown drive is to start on your 19-yard line.
That's right.
I have to explain that to you, and you as a math major.
I know. I'm a slow learner.
Yeah. Most math majors are, I think, of you and Ward.
Yeah.
Waggles up under center. Putnam's your offset fullback. Hobbs your tailback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs a little shake and bake and going to push the pile across the 25 up to about the 26 and a half, 27-yard line.
You know, they had to have talked about that at halftime about stopping Hobbs, about keying on number 4. So that's a very positive that we can come out very first play of the second half. Even though they've talked about it, even though they've tried to, scheme at halftime, we're still able to get 7 yards on our first carry.
I'm telling you, they didn't talk about that at halftime.
You don't think so?
No, they talked about the wide receiver screen because they love that so much that I'm positive that's all they talked about.
Yeah. How they're going to throw it, the different ways they're going to throw it.
Wide receiver screen with chocolate. Wide receiver screen with peanuts. Hobbs gets across the 25 up to about the 30-yard line. Hobbs with a little spin move in the backfield and going to have enough for a first down.
You know what's so funny is when Hobbs, you think he's about to go down, and you see all these guys come in and try to pop him, they just bounce off.
First down, Cardinal.
First down and 10. The ball sitting at the Cardinal 30-yard line. Nick Huff, Walker Davis to the near side. Putnam and Hobbs lined up right beside Waggles in the shotgun. Here's a handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to get hit at the line of scrimmage. And for the first time tonight,
they stacked him up.
They stacked him up for no gain, and their coaching staff is going crazy.
Oh, yeah, they're excited.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, really, you're right. They haven't stopped him tonight. This is the first time that we've had a no gain with Justice Hobbs.
Second down and 10. Xavier, Colton, and I didn't see who the third one was who checked in. I think it was Trenton.
One thing we haven't seen, Jeff, tonight, we haven't seen much counter. We've been running it, hand it to Hobbs, running straight ahead. Haven't run the counter much where we cut it back the other way and pull a guard and a tackle. Right there it is.
Hand off to Trenton. Trenton cuts it back across the 35 up close to the 38, 39-yard line. Faked the pitch to Hobbs. Hit Trenton coming back across, who's lined up in the bunch package. I love the bunch package.
I like that play. It gets us all. They're keying on Hobbs. You'll see that Waggle opens up like he's going to throw it to him and then hands it back underneath to Trenton. I like that play. We run that peewee.
Worked for you so well last Saturday.
Yeah, it did. Actually, I don't think we ever ran it.
Huffs to the near side.
Didn't have to.
Here comes a handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs makes one miss in the backfield. Going to push the pile up across the 40. That's going to be another first down.
He draws a lot of contact. That's what he's known for. But, he's had some really quick feet tonight. He's made some good cuts, some good turns, and he's made a lot of people miss, too.
Hobbs is, those of y'all that follow Cardinal football, Hobbs is slimmed down a little bit compared to where he was at last year. That first 2 or 3 steps are a lot quicker than they used to be. First down and 10, the ball sitting at the 40-yard line. Waggles up under center.
We're going to call timeout.
And Coach Adams is going to call timeout. So we'll take a quick break and be right back with 9:09 left to go in the third. All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. Redbirds first down and 10, ball at their 40-yard line. Waggles up under center. Here's a quick hitter to Huff. He catches it at the 45. Brought down at about the 46-yard line. Going to be a pickup of 6 yards.
Is that the first time we've seen Huff catch tonight?
Nope, Huff caught the touchdown.
That's right, the touchdown, and we'll take that. I kind of like the matchup we've had all night size-wise with number 40 and Huff, especially on this.
Well, you look at Huff and Xavier Staten. Both of them have a good matchup there on 40.
Yes.
Not only are they longer, I think they're probably faster too, but he's playing way off of them. So we should have some quick outs to them if we want them.
Hand off to Hobbs, cuts it back. He's across the 50, and it's going to get down to the 46-yard line.
But to be honest, when you're picking up 8 yards a carry, why throw it?
But you know, when you do have the passes like that, you do have those little catches like that.
It opens that up.
It opens that up, and then it's been our bread and butter all season.
First down, Cardinal.
I like it when our announcer says first down Cardinals.
I do too. I just like hearing the silky smooth voice of Clayton Williams.
I do too.
He's like
down Cardinals.
He's like that Barry White of Farmington Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yep. The young Wolfman Jack. Waggles up under center. Here's the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to try to get to the outside and going to be piled up for about a 3-yard loss.
Now that's one where they blitzed right into it. They guessed right there, and they were able to stack him up. And you know, that's the first time we've had a negative play with Justice Hobbs.
Colton Parrish and Trenton's checking in.
They stopped us for no gain earlier. Now they've stopped us for a loss of 4 yards. So good play calling there. They didn't blitz. That's just a read by the linebacker. Good job coming up, blocking the lead, or stuffing the lead blocker and taking it on with the inside shoulder, and forcing Justice back inside where all his help was.
Huff is split to the near side. 5-step drop. Here's the out to Huff. Huff is going to catch it at the 45, hit immediately, and stretches it out to about the 43-yard line. So it's going to be a pickup of about 7.
Yeah, the coaches are pointing downfield because we had Caleb McChristian wide open for a touchdown if we just would have thrown it to him.
Trenton?
I mean, yeah, not Caleb. Caleb's on the sideline. Trenton McChristian runs the seam route. They jump it, and there's nothing there. You can't see it in this play because we're up, but we come up on the play.
Caleb's the one who you have on Saturdays.
Yeah, Caleb is, he's defensive player on Saturdays.
Waggle's going to line up in the shotgun. Here's the wide receiver, our version of the wide receiver screen. And going to get across the 40, and the ball is going to come. Are they going to say he fumbled it, or
it
he's
should
down?
look like the ball hit the ground and then it popped out.
They're marking it like it's down.
Waggle's pass was complete.
And they're going to give it to him.
They're giving it to him. See if we can see that on replay.
Let's see if we can watch the replay here and see what happens. It sure looks like he gets slung down, and when he gets slung down, that's when the ball pops out. Let's see if we can see it. There, he's way down. Way down.
Yeah. I think they were listening too close to that far sideline.
Here's a handoff up the middle.
Yeah, definitely did not get the right side of that call, Josh. Everybody.
Well, the official over here had it spotted like we were down.
Mm-hmm. Sideline report says one official did call it down. But apparently it wasn't the right one.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's a wide receiver screen, and the Redbird's going to close on it pretty quick. Get it up to about the 44-yard line. Make it 3rd down and about 3.
Pass is complete to Brandon Thomas.
Need to get this stop here. Force them to punt.
Ball will be placed at the Panther 44-yard line.
Wouldn't be surprised if they don't run the quarterback keeper.
You got 2 receivers over there and only 1 person guarding them. Now Trenton goes over there. 3 receivers to this side. A wide receiver screen, and it'll be brought down short. Charlie Wood.
Nice hit.
Great job there by Charlie Wood coming up and making that tackle.
4th down and about a yard.
He was the one giving the interview. He said, hey, we got to stop the pass. He's following his own advice.
Ball will be placed at the Panther 46-yard line.
Hit him out there. Charlie comes out. He's able to come up quickly. He knows exactly where he needs to make the tackle. He makes a good angle and gets it done.
All right, boys, here comes a
big play.
Big play for the Redbirds. Redbirds showing blitz. Now they're backing out. Here comes Charlie Wood. They hand off up the middle. They'll get a first down to the 50.
40.
Cross the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Charlie's griping, saying, hey, they're holding me. They've been holding all night. Not going to get that call.
Caleb Williams with the tackle. Ball will be placed at the Cardinal 49-yard line.
The holding seems to be a recurring theme between the last game and this game.
Greenbrier's in a hurry up. Now he's going to be brought down in the backfield as Jake Oski comes in from the backside.
Just got to pretend that it's an interception.
Oski.
But he comes blitzing off the
Great
backside.
play call, great blitz, great execution there by Jake. Able to get the angle and put some pressure on him.
2nd down and about 18.
They're offsides.
There's the motion.
It's a free play for us. Hopefully we can pick it off or something.
Now they're going to call a flag on us.
That's a bad call. I mean, I guess they're calling face guarding because we never turned around. But it doesn't matter.
It's going to be offsetting penalties. They'll play it again. False start. Gets the offense.
Let's see if we can get a replay here and see the false start. I didn't see it. It had to be down here on the edge.
Well, here's my question. How come sometimes we stop a play on a false start and other times
they don't?
Just let him go.
Yeah. I'd be honest, Jeff. I didn't see it. I looked. Maybe it was an illegal formation because I didn't see anybody jump.
I don't know. 2nd down and 17. Replay. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side.
Be careful. We're going to have to back up a little bit. We're going to be offsides out here in the flats.
Pressure coming up the middle, trying to go deep, and it broke deep, and he
drops it. Boy, busted coverage there, Jeff. Definitely something wrong. We got to have somebody deep, and that's what Coach Sutton is yelling on the sideline. Something. We got lucky there. Lucky break for the Cardinals.
We'll take the present.
Yeah, we'll take it.
He was 9 yards behind everybody.
Yeah, it was a touchdown easy.
Yep. I think Trey thought he had help over the top.
Yeah.
3rd down and 17. Here comes the blitz up the middle, and they're going to get him this time. He is going to be brought down all the way back at the 36-yard line. Jake Oski and Charlie Wood.
Yeah, I would assume the punt team's coming.
I want them to go for it.
I do too, but.
Boys, just be sure you got only 11 out there.
Justin Clark. Is that Charlie Wood? No? Yeah, it's Charlie Wood. Justin Clark on that.
Jake Oski.
Yep.
Low snap. And he's not going to get it off.
Yes.
Oh, he does get it off. How about that?
I can't believe he's able to
get that punt off. Incredible.
That was a very athletic move.
Incredible.
Let's see if we can get a replay of that. That was really a great job. You know, it's a low snap. It bounces. He has trouble handling it after the bounce. We're right there. He's rolling to his left. He stiff arms
There's the
one.
stiff arm.
There's another stiff arm. And then how in the world he got that off, I don't know. I mean, still, he didn't gain, not much of a punt, but still better than what it was going to be.
It is a 28-yard advantage.
Yeah,
we got him
that's
at
right.
the 20. Now the Redbirds got it at their own 48. But
Yeah, they'll take
here
a
comes the
28-yard
waggle of
punt.
the boys. Toss to Hobbs. Hobbs looking to get outside.
That's not Hobbs.
No, that's Caleb Williams.
Yep.
Yep. Gets down to the 45-yard line. That's kind of a habit, talking about Hobbs. What am I going to do next year?
Yeah, I don't know. Going to have to get used to saying somebody else's name. Probably Caleb Williams.
You might be saying Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Trying to get a little speed on the edge there.
You're going to say Caleb Williams. You're going to try not to say Caleb McChristian.
That's right. We're gonna probably be saying a little Caleb Williams, a little Trenton McChristian. We'll have a
Up
few
is
different
split
names.
to the far side. Walker Davis to the near side. Putnam is your fullback. Here comes fakes the handoff to Hobbs. Going to go deep.
Underthrew him, Jeff. He was open, but we underthrew him.
Jake tried to hit Jacob Gray across the middle.
You know what?
I
think the problem we're going to have there is he was covered up anyway. We had, if you look at the replay, we had receivers. He was covered up.
Ineligible receiver.
So he was ineligible.
Yeah.
He was ineligible.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a receiver on the line of scrimmage and you have another receiver inside of him on the line of scrimmage, you'll see here on the replay, we've got 1-2 on the line of scrimmage. So that means our tight end there, Jacob Gray, is ineligible. So he shouldn't be able to go on a pass. Who's that number
Walker,
6?
Walker Davis.
Walker should have been back off the line.
Well, Redbirds defense now is going to have to see if they can get another stop.
They've got good field position for them.
Be first down and 10 at the Greenbrier 5-yard line. Here comes the handoff. Trying to get to the outside. Got a little running room. Cuts it back in. There's a flag.
They got another flag out there.
What was it this time?
Holding. Holding at the 10-yard line will mark it
half the
distance to the goal line, move it back to the 5.
There's our hold right there. They tackled our defensive end. Number 60 tackled our defensive end. Anytime you see our players try to turn their shoulders and they can't because they're getting held, if it's an exterior lineman, if it's a defensive end, you're going to get that call a lot.
Ball's actually at the 4. Here comes a wide receiver
Walking
screen.
the back.
Out to the
There we
10,
go.
11, 12-yard line. You're kind of in no man's land there. You want to be on the outside of them, keep everything on your inside shoulder. So if he tries to go inside that block, then he gives the sideline up. So Trey does a good job out there. Wide receiver screen the other direction. This time he's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Ross's pass is complete to Brandon Thomas.
Third down and 4. Another big play for the Cardinal defense.
Big play. Very big play there. Not letting the screen get to him during this drive so far.
How old?
And
come on.
Coach Sutton is wanting to hold.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll let back up on the replay.
Let's see if we got time to get that up before they run their next play. You know, they run their play so quickly, it's hard to get
Well,
the
they gotta
replay
move
set
the
up.
chains.
Let's see if we can see that. He's going to throw it out here to our left. And when our corner comes up to make the tackle, he can't get off to make the tackle because he's being held.
Quarterback is going to be sacked. There's another penalty. Justice Hobbs and Justin Clark.
Yep.
Another holding. But the Cardinals will take the play because it's a loss of about 10 yards. I like it. All of a sudden, the Cardinals have found a way to get a little pressure on them.
That's right.
They actually moved the ball back up to the 8-yard line, but it's still going to be second down and about 17, 18 yards. Ross is lined up in the shotgun as he's been all. That's a legal motion out there.
Yep.
They called it. Now Ross is going to take off, but now he's going to throw it. Doesn't matter, boys. You're going to back it up half of this is the goal line. It'll be second down, and the ball will be at the 4-yard line. Get a first down, they got to go all the way out to the 25.
Illegal shift called against the Panthers.
Boys, I do not understand that. It wasn't an illegal shift. You had a guy in your slot took off
running.
Yeah.
Did we decline it, I guess?
Hey, hold on.
Did we? I guess. It should be third down then. If we decline it, it's third down.
Yeah, well, Tony Parsley's running the box over there, and
he's ready to switch it. He's got his hand on it.
But he needs to move the box up. He's doing right.
Yeah, he's holding it where it was.
I'm not so sure.
What? Well, if they took the penalty, we should be further back.
That's right.
Now they're signaling right. Third down. They didn't take the penalty, so it was declined. So third down and 12. Coaches next door saying, let us play. That's their terms of let us hold. Quarterback going to take off. Now he's going to throw it, and it's incomplete. And that's Cardinal pressure starting to get to him a little bit.
Yeah, good pressure, good coverage there. He was able to scramble and get some extra time, but we were pretty close to all the receivers, so that's a good positive for the Cardinals defensively.
We've had a great defensive second half so far.
Okay, Coach Morrison, your last time your snap wasn't very good. You know your snapper's thinking about that.
Oh, yeah, I'd be coming after it.
Ears pinned back here.
He's punting from his end zone.
2 yards deep in his end zone, and there is a
flag.
Illegal substitution.
Oh, they had too many kids. That one came on, nobody came off.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
It's illegal anywhere in America.
Can't play with 12.
Nope. I hear you can't even do that in Canada.
No.
That's how bad illegal that is. Now he's going to be 7 yards deep in his end zone. Good snap. Oh, Cardinals almost get there. Pye fields it at the 40. Now he's trying to get to the outside and is going to get brought down and run out of bounds, all the way out of bounds. Where's the flag over there?
Come on.
That is so bad.
That is awful.
Stephen Tyler with the return. There is a penalty marker out there.
So apparently, if you're on that sideline, you can run them all the way to the fence.
Run them to the fence. It doesn't matter.
Hang on, I'll point to you. You want to go to him, and you want to wait till after the flag, or go now? Go now.
All right, sideline report, guys. You can see what we've done. We've moved up our corners, trying to take away their quick pass game. We're pressing them on the corners. It's really messing them up right now. Getting pressure to the quarterback because he's not getting rid of it so quick. So we're going to try to stay with this strategy, see how it works. Offensively, we just got to keep a hold of the ball. We're going to win this game. Back up to you guys.
All right, we got all that from Josh. They call us
unsportsmanlike on us? How does that work?
It was way down here on the return, but the problem was we got tackled like 6 yards out of bounds.
Coach Adams is giving it to this guy on the sidelines over here. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't call a timeout just to talk to the white hat, because that's absolutely ridiculous. It should at least be offsetting.
Well, that official over there is scared to throw a flag against him. And, you know, he's over there in enemy territory. Nick Huff is going to come split to the near side. Waggles up under center. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs across the 50 spin move and going to get down to the 48-yard line. Now the official over there is going to move him back to the 49.
That's frustrating. It's
frustrating. Very frustrating to watch. And
I just got a text apparently this official has a mother, and she would like for us to stop pointing out his shortcomings.
Well, maybe if his mother wasn't such a helicopter mom, he'd be a better official.
That's what's wrong with today's society. If we can get Oxford to handle that as his next step in office.
Hobbs with a couple of side steps gets to the outside. Gets all the way down inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line.
Great running there by Justice Hobbs. Great blocking.
I tell you what we got to be careful of is our split outs are getting awful close to lining up offside.
Yeah, they are.
And their coach on the other side is in the official's ear over there about it. So it's first down and 10. The ball at the 37-yard line. 31 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Play clock's down to 17 seconds. Here comes Waggle and the boys. Walker Davis split to the far side. Huff and Putnam to the near side. Hobbs your lone setback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs, and here they go. They're going to get us. They're going to say we was lined up offsides.
That's the same ref that's been listening to him all night.
Yep.
But, Jeff, I'm looking. We're going to show the replay here, and we'll pause it. But that's paused right there. I don't see anybody offsides.
Well, what they're saying is Nick Huff is lined up offsides.
Well, look at him.
I know it.
I don't even look like he's offsides.
And that's coming from the far side ref.
Yeah. Why is this guy over here not calling it? Yeah. That's ridiculous. If the guy way over there would call the guy right here on our sideline, right next to this official, he would be calling him offsides. That's a coach making a call, not a ref making a call.
Yep.
Then we will move the ball back to the Greenbrier 42-yard line. Remains first down.
So first down and 15. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. And if I'm Coach Adams, I'm taking a little time not to talk to my team, but to talk to the sudden outpouring of the extra officials that have been added to the crew wearing blue shirts.
You know, the tail of the first half seemed to be all about offense. This was all about defense third quarter.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with it all tied up 22-22.
What sets us apart is our attention to detail. We have a 100% satisfaction guarantee warranty. If you're not happy in any way, we'll make it right. We have what we call a safety seal. We wear it on our shirts. All of our technicians are drug tested. All of them go through a background check. As a father of four, I would feel 100% safe with the guys that I hire in my home.
Buzz Electrical Services. You'll be buzzing about our services.
And way over here. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Wonder if he rode the bus.
Probably.
I put up with this last year. All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. You caught me in one of my rants. Usually Coach Morrison is the one going off on about officials. But what we have is a failure to communicate. I went down there during the quarter, though, and had a good talk with him.
You didn't listen, did he?
Huh?
Did they listen to you?
I took my crayons.
Okay.
Hey, look here. Oh, jump on it, boys. Tried to throw the swing pass to Huff, or to Hobbs. Gonna make it third down.
Stats for the third quarter, we got 11 rushes for 38 yards, 2 for 4 passing.
Down.
That is just the third quarter.
Second down and 15.
Have a little.
Xavier goes split to the far side. Along with him is Colton Parrish. Nick Huff, Trenton's over here. Waggles in the shotgun. He is going to be swarmed under at the 45-yard line.
Boy, now we're way behind the sticks. We get the ball back. But really the penalties and the stoppage of play, we've really taken the wind out of both teams' sails.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
You know, you can't get in any rhythm.
No. I'd be surprised if you don't see a little bit of maybe a screen here, something.
Third down. Waggles in the shotgun. Goes deep across the middle. Caught by Hobbs inside the 25, down to about the 21, 22-yard line.
Great throw and catch there. Good job by Waggle. He's under pressure. He feels that person coming on the backside, but he stays in the pocket, throws it down the middle of the field.
On it right where it needs to be.
I like it. I love that play. First down at the 21, 22-yard line. 11 minutes left to go in the game. Cardinals got a little something going on. Waggle's going to go up under center. Justin Clark is in at fullbacks. Hobbs your tailback. Here comes Xavier in motion. Fakes the handoff to Hobbs. Got Nick Huff over the top. Touchdown, Huff.
There we go. Great play. Great fake by Waggle. He hides the ball behind his back. Great job by Nick going up and getting that ball. That's the matchup you were talking about, Josh.
Yes, and they finally find. They find Nick Huff twice. He has 2 touchdown catches. The fake and hiding behind his back reminds me of Chris Winkie. Remember when Chris Winkie did that for Florida State?
We don't like him. That's Coach Harper's team. We do not like Florida State. Here's the snap. Kick is up and it's blocked. Well, that could be big.
That could be.
10:41 left, and we'll see if the Redbirds can get another stop.
Yeah, that was a great play. I'm going to try to pull up the replay of the catch there and the fake by Waggle.
Watch the fake by Waggle as he fakes the handoff to Hobbs. Here comes Xavier in motion. Fakes the handoff to Hobbs. Got Nick Huff. Seen Ryan Mallett do that a few years ago on a 4th and 1.
Big play there by the Cardinals. Big third down play by Waggle. Big throw down the middle of the field to Justice Hobbs. And just a play or two later, big throw downfield to Nick Huff. So, the running game has really been our bread and butter tonight. But you look at our touchdowns, 2 of them would come on over the air.
The running game has set up that passing play.
High kick going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. Trying to get to the outside, and it's going to be brought down at the 32-yard line.
Been able to come up with some stops so far in the second half. Here's a big one. Finally able to put some points on the board. That third quarter, just back and forth defense. Fourth quarter started out with a bang for the Cardinals. Let's see if our defense can hold on.
If we can keep the momentum we had in the third quarter defensively.
I think we got a little mad. I think we're playing a little mad after some of those calls.
Oh, we got a quarterback change. Can't see the number, but it's definitely not Ross.
There's a difference in stature for sure.
Quarterback keeper trying to get to the outside. Now he's going to cut it back across.
Using the official as a blocker.
And it's going to be brought down after a pickup of about 11, as that was number 7, Jordan, the 5'8" sophomore. Little change of pace at the quarterback.
Yeah, more of a shifty runner, speed.
Here he comes, going to keep it again. Same play. Going to have the same results and maybe a little more. Cutting it back. And he's going to be brought down.
Six.
Walker Davis.
Walker, Texas Ranger Davis. A nice takedown.
As he was getting blocked on the back, he's still able to make the tackle.
Defense needs to do just a little bit of adjusting here. They're not used to this style play for the quarterback.
Get down and ready. They're going to snap it. As soon as that whistle blows, they're going to snap it.
I believe this handoff up the middle and going to be brought down as misspoke. That wasn't Jordan. That was Buchanan that's in the quarterback. Number 2, not number 7.
It's a big, tall kid.
6'1".
Not nearly the size that Ross has.
No, but the dude's shifty.
He's fast.
He is.
He is more of a Ryan.
He did
Matt Jones type runner, quarterback.
Here comes quarterback option. Handoff up the middle. We're going to pick up about 4 more yards, get down to about the 15-yard line. Make it third down and about 2. Need a holding call.
Yeah, we do.
Same play, gets to the outside, and he's going to score.
Charlie Wood was there. He was in position. He fell down.
So that makes it 28-28, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
Bring in the different quarterback. You take away all the screen passes, things that we're getting used to defensively, and now we need to be making some big adjustments.
Kick is up, and it's good. So for the first time tonight, the Redbirds trail 29-28 with 9:15 left to go in the game. Yeah, let's take a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett. People sometimes ask why we don't talk about price in our commercials. Well, it's simple. Giving you a low price is the easy part. At Everett, we work to go far beyond that with a buying experience you won't find anywhere else. Our goal is to make sure our customers want to come back again and again because they were treated better in every way, including the price. Family owned, customer friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC.
Back. Okay. All right, Cardinal fans. Brought in a little change of pace. I'm not for sure. There was a few years ago, there was a Burkhand that went from Greenbrier to SMU. I wonder if that's his little brother.
Could be.
I know that dude's shifty.
He's fast. You know, the main thing was it was just such a big change of pace, different type of defense that we're going to have to adjust to.
But you know, now they've seen it.
Yeah.
Hopefully Coach Sutton can make the adjustments and we can come back and strike on offense.
It's going to be fielded at the 8-yard line. Got a little wedge set up the middle and going to get across the 20 up to the 22. 21-yard line. So here comes the Redbird offense trailing by a point.
Let's go.
Lots of football left to be played.
Got a few scores for you. Little Rock Christian 51, Harrison 14. We have Morrilton 35, Valonia 10.
And who was it Greenbrier beat last week?
Morrilton by 1.
Yep.
Or 2 maybe. It was a close game, I know that.
Waggles up under center, hand off to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to push the pile all the way up across the 25.
It's a great run by Justice. You think, oh, he's only going to get 1 or 2 yards. He ends up with 4.
Second down and 6 with 8 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. I'd like for us to take about 8 minutes and 49 seconds.
That would be great.
Waggles up under center. Hobbs, your lone setback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and is still going to get all the way out to about the 29-yard line.
Just like that last play, you think, man, he's getting balled up there at the line of scrimmage. Not much going to happen. Last time he pushed the pile for an extra 3 yards. This time he squirts out for an extra 3.
Sometimes that's just where he's beginning. Right at the line of scrimmage, right that first hit.
3rd and 2, the ball at the Cardinal 29-yard line. Big 3rd down conversion here for the Redbirds. Nick Huff comes back for the ball, and he's going to be out of bounds.
It's almost like he was looking for Nick Huff to kind of stop.
Did we get a late hit on Waggle after he threw it?
No, there's a flag in the middle of the field.
Oh, yeah, there's a flag. I thought it was over here on the sideline.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Do we have Nick Huff covered up again?
No, I don't think so. I think when you run around that long, your lineman kind of
drifted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ineligible receiver is declined.
It's a good job by Waggle of avoiding the pressure and getting rid of the ball and not taking the sack.
The eligible receiver downfield was called against the Cardinals. And Henry
High snap. Nice kick. Going to be fielded.
Good bounce for us.
Go all the way down. It hits about the 38, goes all the way down to the 14.
Great punt. Great change of flipping the field on them. Now we just got to stop them.
So 7:43 left to go.
Let's see what Coach Sutton and what kind of adjustments he's made to their offense. Let's see if they're going to stick with that same quarterback.
Well, boys, they're crazy if they don't. Well, they're not.
They're not? They're crazy.
Yep. Here comes Ross. Look for some wide receiver screens.
Watch him going deep down here on this sideline.
Tried to hit the receiver on the slant. And looks like Kelton Price was right there to cover him up. Incomplete. Makes it 2nd down and 10.
You know, I've been checking our Facebook and our Twitter feeds to see if anybody has let us know about a chance for Kel Petrie. So far, nothing.
Nothing.
Just
give
quiet.
him a chance.
All quiet.
I don't understand that.
Well, I do, but.
Hand off up the middle, and going to be hit, and the Redbirds trying to strip the ball.
Yeah, that's what we really need right now is we need a turnover. We need something big in our favor. They've had a few go their way.
Right here is a chance because you got 3rd down and 6. You're deep in their territory, and I think if you keep them within 6 inches of a 1st down, they're probably going to punt it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ross has got the snap. Now he's going to try to go deep, and the pass is complete at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, and it's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line.
Well, that's what we didn't have to worry about with the other quarterback, but number 10 comes in and gets us there.
Sling it.
Trenton Christian saves the touchdown, gives our defense another chance to make a stop. Another chance is better than no chances.
1st down and goal. Ross in the shotgun. Quarterback keeper. Going to try to get to the outside. And is going to be hemmed up and finally brought down. His helmet comes out. He'll have to come off. He'll have to come out of the game.
And we know who will be coming in.
Yeah.
So checking into the game for them is Burkham. 2nd down and goal at the 6.
Well, here comes number 2, guys. Let's get ready.
That pass is complete for a touchdown.
Pass is complete for a Greenbrier touchdown.
Look like the Redbirds are going to catch him.
He draws the secondary just enough to try to bait on the run, and he delivers a strike.
We just have not had an answer for their passing game tonight.
Kick is up and good, so with 6:17 left to go in the ball game. Greenbrier 36, the Redbirds 28.
And with 6 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game, the score is Greenbrier 36, Farmington 28.
Well, Coach, a lot of time left.
Yeah, there is. There is. You know, we've had a lot of things not go our way this half. Had some turnovers, had some calls against us.
Some rough calls.
Coach, we had a turnover.
Yes, turnover.
The interception, I'll say, but the fumble was not a fumble.
No, that's right.
No.
Yeah, it was. We watched the replay. It wasn't even close. Not even close.
They've had some momentum changers brought to them by the officials. And we just need to.
We got to do something on this drive.
We need the energy back. We need to not keep our heads down. It needs to
You can hear our stands right now. Over here, it's quiet. Not a lot. Nobody's saying much. Momentum was in our way after that touchdown to Nick Huff, and then.
Boys, we're one kick away from returning it for a touchdown.
That's exactly right.
And this could be it. Trenton's got it at the 10. Got a little running room. Oh,
tripped him up.
Gets out to the 29-yard line. And he gets by that guy.
It's gone.
Yes, it's a foot race.
Got some more. Whew. This one's a runaway. Little Rock Christian 58, Harrison 14. That's bad. We got Morrilton 35, Valonia 10. I don't have a Clarksville Maumelle score. That's the only one in our conference I don't have.
Here comes Waggle and the boys, down by 8. Waggle's going to line up in the shotgun. Snap, hands off to Hobbs. Hobbs trying to get to the outside, makes one miss, gets across the 35.
And takes a few with him.
Looking across the 4A, we've got Pea Ridge 35, Lincoln 13. That game is over. We've got let's see, Ozark 41, Subiaco 0. Prairie Grove 44, Gravette 19. Shiloh 42, Huntsville 7. Fayetteville's beating up on Northside 39-14.
North side or south side?
I'm sorry, south side.
Waggle's going to take off and run it, get across the 40, all the way up to the 45-yard line.
It's a good play there by Josh Waggle. Directing people downfield, scrambling.
Bryce Waggle.
Who did I say? Did I say Josh Waggle?
Josh Waggle.
Josh Waggle wishes he was out there running it. He wished he had the pads on again, but that was Bryce.
First down, Cardinals.
First down and 10. The ball at the 45-yard line.
Harbor 48, Springdale 3. Siloam Springs 17, Alma 34. Van Buren 21, Conway 35. Rogers 21, Heritage 6.
Waggle's in the shotgun. Xavier goes in motion. Hand off to Xavier. Got Hobbs out in front blocking.
Oh.
And Xavier is going to be brought down from behind.
He just didn't make the corner like we wanted him to. They were able to scrape off the block there and make the tackle in the backfield.
Get him just before he turned up his momentum.
I was watching Hobbs because I thought we had the corner made.
Yeah, I did too.
So a loss of a yard makes it 2nd and 11.
You can see here Hobbs is kind of the lead blocker. Trenton McChristian lets his guy scrape off, and that's what loses the corner for us. Make sure we get lined up, make sure we know what we're doing. We may have to call a timeout here. We're all over the place. Yep.
Redbirds take a timeout with 4:18 left to go. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
In Arkansas, over 600 cars a day illegally pass a school bus, putting lives at risk. So Everett is joining with area schools to promote the Flashing Red Kids Ahead School Bus Safety Program. Always stop when you see the flashing red lights of a school bus. Children's lives depend on it. And report drivers to the police if they don't stop. School bus safety is everyone's responsibility. Remember, flashing red, kids ahead.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett, inviting all of you in Farmington to come see us at Everett Chevrolet in Springdale. Make the short drive and shop Northwest Arkansas's best selection of new Chevys, like the sporty Chevy Camaro, the rugged Silverado, and the family-friendly Tahoe, completely redesigned for 2015. Experience a better way to buy your new Chevy at Everett Chevrolet in Springdale. Family-owned, customer-friendly, a proud supporter of the Farmington Cardinals.
Waggle's in the shotgun. Hobbs lined up beside him. Gets it to Davis on the wide receiver screen. Davis breaks one tackle and is going to get across the 45 up to about the 48-yard line.
It's a nice looking play. Waggle stayed in there, made something happen.
That play was really made to develop a little bit faster. We got hung up, but Waggle did a good job of adjusting, moving his feet a little bit and getting the pass off a little bit later than he'd like.
3rd down and 7.
Big play here for the Cardinals. Big play. Got to make this conversion.
2 plays to make 7 yards. Here comes Trenton in motion. Waggle with a 7-step drop. Goes deep. Off of Trenton's hands at the 28-yard line.
Way too much pressure on Waggle that time. He didn't have time to set his feet and make that throw. It's still a great throw, but he had somebody in his face as soon as he let it go.
Maumell's ahead 27-20 in the fourth quarter. Wasn't that the Clarksville score?
Yeah. No, it was a Maumelle Clarksville?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was. What's the score, 27-20?
27-20.
Well, that's a little closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Fourth down, big play here for the Redbirds. Waggle is in an empty backfield. Here comes the pressure. Pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage.
You know, if he makes that, if it's not tipped, if he's able to make that pass, then Trenton McChristian has some room there to run.
He did. He had some room. Defensive line put a little too much pressure on us that time.
We had him blocked pretty well. We were able to make a pretty big pocket there for Waggle, but one of them gets their hands up just enough to put a little tip on the ball, make it sail. Yep, number 58 there gets the ball, and that makes it sail. But if Trenton gets that, he's got the corner. I think he makes first down.
First down and 10. 3:28 left. Redbirds show blitz. And Hobbs just got tackled.
Yes. Yeah, he tries to blitz and gets tackled.
But since the Greenbrier coaches didn't say anything, I don't think we're going to see a flag.
No flag. You don't throw those flags if they yell for them.
No gain on play, brings up second down and 10.
Second down and 10, 3:10 left. The big deal is Redbirds only have one timeout.
Yeah. One timeout, down by 8. So even if we get the ball back here, we score, we got to get the 2-point conversion to tie it.
They're milking the clock. Play clock's down to 3. Here comes the handoff. And got some running room. They're going to have a first down, down inside the 35 to the 33.
I've heard our fans yell hold a lot tonight. And the bad thing is, usually they're right.
I've heard Jeff and I've heard Jared yell hold a lot tonight.
There is a flag on our sideline.
There's a penalty marker on the play.
Well, now, when they complain, they throw a flag on us.
Yeah.
When we complain, they throw it on us.
Going to get the sideline warning, which is the most useless call in high school sports.
It's like saying stop,
yeah.
Or I'll say stop again.
Yeah.
So first down and 10 with 2:30 left to go in the ball game. Play clock's down to 13 seconds. Redbirds need a turnover. Here comes a handoff up the middle. Strip the ball, boys.
I'll take a turnover right now.
Yeah, we need one. We need one in a bad, bad way.
So pick up a half a yard. 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Second down and 9. Unless we get a big break here, the Redbirds are going to lose a heartbreaker here tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those games that you look back, we're going to watch film, and you're safe. This wouldn't have gone against us if we would have done this better, if we hadn't turned it over here.
You do have that, but then you do have the uphill holding battle, the uphill official battle.
Handoff up the middle, and he's going to be. Ball's on the ground. Did the Redbird come up with it? Well, of course not. They're going to say they got it. I know he got smoked.
Yeah.
A minute 22 left to go.
You know, and
trying to get the replay queued up.
Oh, you got plenty of time because they're going to run the play clock all the way down. Handoff, trying to get to the outside.
Oh, my goodness. Our shoulders are turned. We can't make a tackle because we're getting held. Oh, my goodness. That's awful, Jeff. That is awful.
Well, that first down, that's going to take care of it.
Yep, that's the ball game.
Show the replay there, Coach Morrison.
Hold on just a second.
Cardinal 9-yard line. Result play is
There's a lot of things off this game film they can send in.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
You'll see the replay here. We're trying to make a tackle there, trying to get off, and we can't because we're getting our shoulders held.
The Greenbrier officials missed that.
Yeah, they did.
So with 29 seconds left to go in the ball game, we're going to have a timeout. Well, the Redbirds will go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. That's a heartbreaker, Jeff. It's a game that you come away from. We should have won it.
Yep.
We should have won this ball game.
Yep.
I can't say that it was taken away from us, but it sure wasn't handed to us.
That's an uphill battle, and in a game as close as this, you need it as fairly called as possible.
Well, it comes down to you got to stop them from scoring.
That's right.
But here's the other side of it. You get the opening kickoff, start the second half. You're going marching down the field.
Mm-hmm.
You're tackled. The ball comes out. The official over here is marking down on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The official close to their sideline, listen to them say fumble, fumble, fumble. He comes around in and say it's a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
The replay shows he was obviously down.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
And then they're in his ear over there about a receiver over here being offside. The receiver, the official on this side says no.
Mm-hmm.
The one all the way across the field. Those are some breaks that sometimes you have to overcome. And tonight the Redbirds wasn't able to do it.
Couldn't do it.
So that's going to be the ball game. Redbirds are going to lose 36-28, go 0-2 in the conference, and we got Clarksville next week. Is that right?
In Clarksville, we have homecoming next week, and dust off our shoes and keep our heads up, and maybe we get some Cardinal refs next game.
All right, Cardinal fans. Coach Morrison, you got anything, or are you too mad?
Well, I'm pretty upset, Jeff. It's frustrating when you have a home game and you don't get the home field advantage. I mean, that's really frustrating. It's a home game. You're supposed to kind of get an advantage. We did not. We got something else.
Yep. Well, Cardinal fans, we will see you next week, and everybody, Razorbacks going to beat Tennessee tomorrow.
I sure hope so. That's going to happen. We need some fifth grade Pee-wee football wins to make my weekend better, and then a Razorback win would just top it off.
All right, Cardinal fans.
Don't forget about Kel Petrie.
Yes, please.
If you need a date next Friday night, Kel Petrie is still available.
He is available.
Nobody has contacted us on Facebook or Twitter, but he is available. Again, our Facebook is Farm Cards Live, and our Twitter is Farm Cards Live.
Coach, you need to hush up because I'm not going to be able to catch the officials if you keep talking.
Okay, let's go.
All right, everybody have a good night.
Good night.